Well, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I got a Emperor of SMG on jungle. And using a submachine gun jungle is actually very difficult. I like to try to stay hooked to the right side of this cliff a lot. You see right here, I'm hugging the walls, making sure I'm not sprinting around through the corners. Boom. Actually seen him on the mini-map and came back and got him. Notice I didn't reload there. I did that because I was hoping the noise would kick somebody else, and I pick up 2 kills. I have a rapid fire on my MP5K. As you notice right there, rapid fire MP5K is OP like a motherfucker. So just fire from the hip. You generally don't have to aim down sight at all unless you're head glitching or something like that. And there it goes. There's the first death. That puts me at 3 and 1. What I could have done better there is, to be perfectly honest, I don't know. He just had a good jump on me. He had every advantage on me. He controlled that engagement, and he beat me. I might have been able to predict him a little bit better and pre-fired him, but for the most part, I was doomed. Alright, so I was looking for a weapon there to switch out. Always when you're using a submachine gun or anything other than an assault rifle, try to find an assault rifle. Or, the only time you... Oh, there you go, lags out. Let's go and switch back through this, and we're going to see my second death right here. I pick him up, but boop. Don't you just hate deaths like that? Those kind of deaths right there are unavoidable and annoying. But that puts me at 4 and 2, and I'm thinking, man, this game's gonna blow. You know what? Quickly, just keep your head in the game. Pick up another kill. I reloaded there mainly because I noticed nobody else on the mini-map. A ghost could have killed me there and surprised me, but the chances were very slim. As you see here, I'm shooting through the smoke mainly because I seen the mini-map up here. I seen as soon as the smoke went out, I was hoping somebody'd run through it, and somebody did. That was just all luck. Switching to the assault rifle, try to get the guy at longer range so I don't waste, you know, precious MP5K ammo, since I'm not running scavenger of any sort. And I'm trying to get, I think it's 7 kills with the MP5K or a submachine gun in general without basically dying. Alright, so right now I'm here. I'm actually waiting for the spawn to flip. As you notice here, I'm actually trying to force the spawn to flip, so I come up here and swoop back around. That's all I'm doing. Alright, catch him, get him with the hip fire. Doing the same thing again. I'm actually no, I'm not. Sorry, it's been a couple little while since I played this game. Just coming up here to make sure the thing. Alright, still looking for targets, one thing I actually did do this game is I actually forgot about the contract. And you'll see me barely get this thing. So, alright, I see the target way off. So go to try to find him. There he is. Boom, boom. Get a couple quick odd kills. This is the benefits of having an assault rifle to go with it. To go with your kit at all times. If you're using an assault rifle, I try to pick up a SMG other than a secondary assault rifle, but that's just me. Picking up weapons is super important, and not a lot of people do. I always try to YY when I pick it up, just to save time. Using the new tubes because they're there. Oh, and run out. Try to get. Oh, I noticed that was just a bad engagement, so I come back for him, and he throws a grenade at me. So let's go ahead and get away from him. There we go. Get my Blackbird. Whew. Alright, that gives me like 27 ammo to get like, I don't know, what is it? Another 4 kills with the SMG. Let's see if I can do it. Let's go ahead and count the kills up. That's not SMG kill. We're running out of tickets quickly. Boom. There's 1. There's 2. I got 7 bullets left. Let's go and get in this gunship. I actually had given up on the thing there, but I come out and I got tickets left. Oh, and there it is. Emperor of the SMG. I'm thinking that Claymore kill counted. But I picked it. But see how flawlessly and fast I picked up his gun? That's what you try to strive for. It almost seemed like it was effortless. I go ahead and call the chopper gunner in just to get the points. And effortless picking of the gun up is what you want to do when using submachine guns, shotguns, light machine guns, anything like that. Oh shit. Oh shit. I fucking had the volume off. It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm bringing you a gameplay here with the silenced and dual mag what is the thing called? AUG, Austrian Universal Gewehr. Yeah, you know. And I wanted to go in and kind of something that bothered me that a lot of people said last video is this video is boring. I know how to play Call of Duty, and I don't need your help, Wings. Well, the fact is, a lot of people might. Hammering things home and basically pushing the envelope on things, such as, you know, why and when you pick up a gun. Make sure you don't sprint around corners. Hip fire when somebody's close up. Use a lower sensitivity. These are things that help people that, you know, kind of struggle doing well consistently a little bit better. You got to hammer things home. Like if you're training, you don't you know, pick up the weights one time and be like, yep, I can do it. Let's go. No, you build your stamina up. You do the weights over and over and over again until you get sick of it. And sometimes you got to do videos that repeat the same information. Even if you're good at COD, you might think, well, like right there, you see that? I just ran through a corner. That was my bad. See, and I play this game a lot. I have like 30 days on Black Ops combined on 2 different systems. And even I make mistakes like that from time to time. Then you got the other guys that I'm fast forwarding it just to make room of it because it's like an 8-minute TDM. But you got other guys who will say, well, I play this game for fun. It's cool to play the game for fun. I play the game for fun as well. Well, most of the time. But the fact is, my fun is winning the game. And that's what I want to do. That's what kind of joy I can shred. I can't tell you how to have fun by, you know, 360, because it just ticks me off. I don't find it very fun. But a lot of people criticize the fact that I did almost play-by-play commentary. It's not that I was doing play-by-play, it's that I was assessing the situation and telling you what I was thinking in that exact moment. And a lot of people subscribe to me for this kind of commentary. Like I did, you know, Haters Gonna Love This One, and that video got very excellent reviews. And then I do it again on the Emperor of the SMG, trying to give you a basic idea how to use the SMG on jungle. And I get people criticizing. Obviously, a lot of people liked it because the video had more likes than dislikes, and a lot of people just wanted to say it was boring. And you know, people, this isn't a Dear Diary channel. This is a gaming channel, and a gaming channel that was based around helping players play better. And most of my big series, the one that everybody wants, the Rifleman's Creed series, is in that same vein. Rifleman's Creed was about the weapon history of the gun and how to use it on Call of Duty itself, or that game that was certainly in. Xbox Ahoy got just as much exposure with the same thing, and that pretty much goes to let me go ahead and touch on that since I'm sitting here thinking about it. Xbox Ahoy is a perfect example of why quality doesn't overbeat quantity. Xbox Ahoy has what, 100,000 plus subs right now? I don't know exactly. I haven't looked at his channel in a while. But he mainly does one kind of vid. He does the gameplay. He does the gun videos. That's what he's like. That's what people love him for. That's what he does. And he does very well at it. Obviously, he grows fast. You know, everybody knows who he is. But I would think his channel would grow more because I don't think that people watch him basically for his gun tip videos as much as they watch him for his stereo-like voice. He has a radio voice. He has a very good radio voice that, you know, he could basically, you know, shoutcast a funeral and people be happy as shit. And I think that is where Xbox Ahoy's true talent lies in. Not that he does, you know, over the top, you know, graphics and displays, which are nice, which a lot of people think that's what sells channels, but it really doesn't. Want a good case and example? My boy, Mr. Chaos Man. Love the man to death. He's he's a really good friend. I talk to him every day. He makes very high quality videos. He spends time in the studio. He makes the music. He gets the gameplay. He makes sure it all syncs up. And I put him on a channel with 300,000 subs. He gains 800. He's been on so many people's different channels, but the fact is, people want personality and voice over flashy, you know, overlays on an editing machine. That's just what I've always heard. If you don't believe me,
X-Jaws has almost doubled my subs, and he's never talked about anything in his life but color commentary, play-by-play game.
What's up, everybody? My microphone was muted again. It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm bringing you some ass pound in the first round. We know how we do it. We always do it wrong and backwards. And I'm using the M16 with the dual mag and the gold thing with the standard demolition beatdown. You know what I bring. And it's a lot of talking, it's a lot of slang of the tongue. But I don't know, I've shown you a million of these before. This is a standard game when you got a pretty good team and how a standard demo game for me goes. And I just want to ask your guys' opinion on Demolition as a whole. Demolition has been broken since they've introduced it in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. It's kind of like a knockoff of the Gold Rush mode, which Battlefield Bad Company 1 put out right before Modern Warfare 2. And this always had set spawn points. Do you think Demolition would benefit from spawn points that changed or maybe altered a little bit more? But could they even do that in a long run? And could they even do that and benefit in the long run? Like, you can't obviously, because the bombs, you can't obviously spawn people behind them. It's more of like a search and destroy type game mode. And I kind of see why the spawns have to be set a certain way. And I was also thinking maybe of a counter to Blackbird. Blackbird, as it sits right now, is way too strong, especially in a demolition setting. I was thinking maybe like a 5-second delay before they actually became a red arrow or something like that. Obviously, there's stuff like counter spy plane, jammer, you know, that will actually, you know, block the Blackbird. But in the long run, it's still too strong of a streak. And there's rumor that it's coming back in Modern Warfare 3 with stackable kill streaks. And if you could stack kill streaks to the Blackbird, that's going to be really, really dangerous. Don't you agree?
I agree.
Yeah, it's going to be super fucking deadly. And just, you see how easily people slam the Blackbird on Black Ops? Just imagine this with like a Predator missile or something of that nature.
It's going to be fucking nasty.
It is going to be fucking nasty. And you just see right here, just using that silencer going to work. Shows off the power of the silencer. Here we go. Alright. This is, to be perfectly honest, this is the first time I actually played this map on Demolition. So, it's kind of weird. I had no clue where the things are at, but the fact is the Blackbird helped me decipher the spawns really quickly, as you'll see right here. I'll pick up an MP5 here in a minute and start going to town. And I think it's right here. Boop, boop. No, I come through here. Get in my house, son, and get in my belly. Here's the MP5K. Do the YY, do the fast pickup. Here we go. Time to get some double sprays, players. There's the puppies. Single spray. Oh, there's a buddy. Get me that. It's number 4. 4 since the MP5K pickup. I think I get 2 more. I think. I'm assuming here. And there's a 5th guy. Oh, and there's number 6. Do I get another one? I don't think so. Might not. But let me go. Let me know what you guys think. Peace. Live. You might notice this game playing a little fast. And the reason I'm doing this for is I wanted to show this gameplay, but I didn't really know what the fuck to talk about for like 9 minutes. So I'm just going to show you the gist of it in the long run. I mean, you can still see all the kills and what happened. I mean, this kind of loses some of the atmosphere of the game itself. But, you know, I posted a video recently called Rapid Fire. You know, you should try it out. And it's basically a kit to let people know that there's other kits to use other than the FAMAS. And I called the MP5K overpowered, which it is. And when I use the term overpowered, does not mean that it's overpowered versus every gun in the game, but it's overpowered in the submachine gun class. It's actually either the first or second submachine gun. Stuff like, if you put the rapid fire MP5K with steady aim against like the PM63, you will destroy it every time. So other people took this to heart and got butthurt and wanted to insult my ability to play the game. And one of the key videos, which I'm not going to say no damn names, one of the key videos that seen this that really sparked my interest was a guy saying that I'm not a very good player. All I use is assault rifles. All I can do is camp. And the fact is, I have
probably about 100,000 kills on Black Ops. Probably about 30,000 of those are submachine guns, and the other, probably about 50 are assault rifles, and everything else is assorted. Well, probably about 55 are assault rifles. But just because I use a lot of assault rifles, which he goes on to try to destroy my credibility by saying he got a game like the first time he played with a FAMAS. And all that does is prove my point why I play with the assault rifles. Why hinder yourself to the point where you're just going to frustrate me? Black Ops is a frustrating game enough as it is, as it sits right here in the box. There's Ghost, there's Flak Jacket, there's Blop Shots, there was Commando Knives out the gate. The game is frustrating. It's even more frustrating the fact that more people play this in a party than ever on Call of Duty. And so running around with the mini Uzi is not usually the best form or tactic. Yes, I use the mini Uzi this gameplay, and yes, I do run around with it, and yes, I do switch out other weapons for it. Main reason because 1, smart play, 2, run out of ammo, and I try to use the weapon that's best suited for it. I have a mini Uzi and an MP5K with 2 attachments, a red dot and a and rapid fire, so why not use it? Oh, and look at there, there's the dreaded assault rifle. Look how easy I take these guys out. Boom, 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 boom. It's all about range. And most of the great deal of range, why I use the assault rifles over the submachine guns for a great deal, other than like domination, is if I play demolition, I can never get close to guys with submachine guns. There'd be a lot of the times or occasions where that people are just straight up getting killed before I even get to them. And the reason this is because I play with a stacked party most of the time. And the reason I play with a stacked party, you guessed it, Ghost. And right there, see that kill I just pulled out right there? That's an example of how there's no such thing as a strong player in public Black Ops, because anybody can do well with any gun at any time, mainly because a lot of the players are bad, especially Black Ops. It is super easy to do well in Black Ops. If you have anything under a 2KD in Black Ops, you're still in the training mode. And you know, a lot of people give me grief for basing things off of kill death ratio. From my experience, and my experience is most likely greater than yours, playing with random subscribers, the people that have over a 2 kill death ratio are generally the people I want to keep playing with, mainly because they know how to do things. They know how to approach flags smartly. They know how to slay. They know how to clutch. They can clutch in situations when it calls for it. They do not make bad moves. They have hand-eye coordination. All these things are factored into that 2 KD. And that a KD player seems to be stereotyped as a guy sitting in a corner with Ghost, which in most cases it is not. I actually run around a great bit. That's why my KD generally hovers around 3.5. I can very easily pull a 6 or a 7 KD on Black Ops 6. I've done it multiple times on multiple different accounts on the PS3. That does not mean that I want to pull it. I like to enjoy it and have fun. I like to use multiple weapons. That's how you see me being able to pick up every weapon in the game and still do consistently well with it in the long run, because I use every weapon in the game. Obviously there's some weapons that I have, like, you know, 1,000 kills with, but that's because they're not fun to use. Uzi being one of them, PM63 being one of them. And I've pulled out games, big games, with the Mac 11 and the MP5K and the 74U and the Spectre. Even Uzi, like I pulled out a bunch of good Uzi games. And the reason I did it, because people want to see it for some odd reason. They want to see you suffer and do good with weapons they can't play with. I mean, it isn't hard. It's just all about controlling center recoil. In the long run, I don't know really what to say.
Hey guys, just a little public service announcement about this. These videos right here are designed to just be entertaining clips put together for usually one play session. And you see these all the time. I call them Hourtages or Terratages or whatever. They're not about editing. They're just about, you know, enjoyable little clips that I got that I figured I'd want to share. So don't make a big deal about they're not montage worthy or not. I mean, just lay back and have fun for once. You always tell me that.
Blessed be the Sky Warrior, loving me to new heights, slowly breaking through. Like a dream, I knew I'd throw you by. Like a fire. What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm bringing you some MP5 gameplay on WORGODICP. And I noticed the comment section on my other video was very negative, super negative. But the fact is, I made a point that I meant to keep, and a lot of people brung up a defense that they're a good player, but they play the objective. And, you know, that's cool. But I think a lot of them forget the fact that I have an account called WORGODICP where I play by myself and play the objective. And this is one of the games from it. And I just pretty much single-handedly just dominate the other team. Like right now, I'm not going for B. You know, I'm not going for B because they're not taking B at this point. Oop, 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 and there I die. 5-1. Alright. So, I see we got a big chance here to take A, so we're going to go take A. Boop, 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 boop. We're in the lead now. Right now, we could win the game if nothing else changed. Well, we have to capture B. There's go 5-2. We have to capture B, but that... Oh, man. Look at that. Counter UAV. What am I ever going to do? Oh, he scared me. Stupid counter. But yeah, you have to capture B within 5 minutes, or the game will end. So yeah, that was in the back of my mind. But right now, what I'm trying to do is just kind of clear out the C area. Boom, got him. Looking up there, because there's usually a bitch up there. There's my hoe. Fall down, son. All right. Oh, there's a buddy. All right, I seen the other guy. I just didn't want to push him because I do have a long range weapon, a short range weapon. Alright, so I think we're going to get an angle here. I'm looking for somebody else up there. Somebody called out. Somebody was up there on my team. But nothing's there, so let's go and help this homeboy capture C. Oh, get him, son. Get him. Oh, he's down. Alright, let's meet this guy at the door. That's what I'm talking about, player. Time to get the sky blotched out. Alright, B is still not took, so I'm just getting the Galil out. The reason I grabbed the Galil, because I seen on the mini-map that somebody was over there in that general direction. Assault rifle's better than everything. Alright. Oh, look at all these dots. Pawn time, bitches! Motor grader! Alright, so that gets us a Blackbird. When I'm running the recon streaks, I like to wait it out until I die. So let's go ahead and pull some more hoes right here. Get a big tooth-piece right there. And look at that. The team has took B. From me straight up slaying, I have pretty much single-handedly enabled the team to capture all 3 flags. I know they're going to take C now. Boom, boom. So I get a 2-piece on C because I predicted them to spawn over there. Now they're going to spawn on A. So, and see, I was heading towards A. I was going to take the shortest route, but I died. But that puts me at 17-3, and it's Blackbird Central. All right, let's get this nade out. Alright, play into my weapon. Instead of running over there straight to A, I'll come up and around. Dude, I see this guy coming on the Blackbird, and I pick him off. Alright, I know I don't need A, but I'd like to have A back again just to speed the gameplay along. And I see these bitches over here, so let's go ahead and... I'm trying to find an angle, Here's an angle. Here's a guy right here. Mine. Come on, son. You ain't gonna take the basketball with Michael Jordan's in the court. Look here, boom. Catch these guys right here off the spawn. Gotcha. Reload. Oh, hey, buddy. I'm gonna get you too. Oh, time to blotch out the sky again. Oh, yeah. On all day and all night. Alright. Waiting on him. And he gets pistol whipped. Alright, so getting out of the way before these guys that spawn on the left of A come to me, I'm going to cut them off at B. Watch this. Watch this pretty cut off. Nope. But I get a submachine gun kill. Kill number 300 for me. Oh, there's a luck right there. I usually don't win knife fights. And I get me another Blackbird. Let's go ahead and come over here and own this kid. Switch over to the pistol. Oh, hey, buddy. And I get put down. But don't worry. Blackbird Central time.
And I just recently just unlocked Blackbird. I'm like level 38 or 40 on this account during this gameplay, and I had just unlocked Blackbird. Okay. Let's go ahead and motor around here and pwn some more hoes because we have this game locked down. I mean, even they'd have to triple cap us at this point to beat us. Alright. Oh, look at this double grenade in the making. Ooh. Nasty. Look at all these people stacking up over here. On Central. 2 more piece for me. Waiting on this guy. Oh, I'm losing that fight. Look if you get out there. Dive and weave. I mean, that's pretty much the whole game right here. Just constantly throw a recon up. Keep the recon up. Bloop, 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 bloop. There we go. Another Blackbird. I win. Oh, get on. Where you doing? Where you at, Playboy? Aw. And a lot of people think that the MP5K is hard. I actually find this easier than using the FAMAS. But that's just me. You notice there's a lot more recoil at long distance. But the fact is the sheer hip fire and the fact that you hardly ever will lose a gunfight. Like boom, boom, boom right there. Another 2-piece. Oh, Blackbird up. Just those 2 facts alone is what reason I consider the MP5K and the 74U rapid fire overpowered. Boom. Oh man, look at it. Somehow they managed to get another. Blotch my sky out. All right, let's bounce out of that. Get hurt. Can't be getting hurt now. We got more Blackbirds to get. All right. Reason I'm doing around here is one, my counter UAV's blotched out, so now I don't know where the enemies are at. So I'm taking it through a route where the enemies normally spawn at. That's a normal spawn route. I see the C's being taken, so I know somebody's there. Lay down because I got stunned. If you're on a corner like that, you want to hip fire instead of push. Alright, I know he went to the left, and I fucked up. Nope, there he is. Mine. Let's come back here and nail this guy coming out. That's me again, player. Oh yeah. I wonder how many people are going to be sitting there complaining about the beginning of this video. Oh, get turned on, son. That's my house. You don't even got a key to it. Waiting on this guy. There he is. Boom. Headshot. That gives me time to get the hell out of Dodge. Hit fire. For the motherfucking win. Oh, what you doing, player? Get down. Blop shot somebody else. And there's another Blackbird. I called that one in, but mainly because we're just straight up running out of time. AFK guy, free kill. Alright, let's go get a scavenger pack over here. And throw the grenade, hoping to catch him. I'm not even bothering with C at this point because it's 181 to 82 or something. Ridiculous. Ooh, another guy AFK. Oh, get my shit stole. See that Gabby guy? He don't even know I'm Wings of Redemption, and the fact that I've been playing so well in these games means he wanted me to add him because I beasted like 5-6 games in a row like this, and this guy was like so impressed by it. I'm not on the mic. I don't even use a headset on this account. This is playing 100% without a headset. Boop. Oh, let's go take C for free points. Why not? My shit. Oh, and I get killed for it. But that's pretty much the end of the game. 198. We got. I just hit level 38 right there. Game's going over. It's your boy Wings of Redemption. What's that final score? What's that score? Where's my score at, baby? Please give Daddy the score. 53-6. 4 captures, 2 defends. Almost doubled everybody on my team in points. Running around, capturing flags. What's up, guys? This right here is a little cool gameplay I got toward the end of the game here, and you notice I do have a ghost class on, and it was mainly because I had to fall back to a ghost class. Oh my god, I'm seeing it over here. I'm on my standard 3-bar here, so it was all good, and it's a really exciting ending. This is generally how the game was supposed to be played, and yeah, I agree. If the game is played in this manner, it is a lot more fun because everybody is playing the objective and doing. You know what? Now you see right here, boom. I got the ghost classed out, trying to do that number right there. Try to keep our team into the game by taking the kill streaks out. I hear a guy hit his footsteps right here, so I come back and click him. I'm pretty much giving you my mindset at this point. I'm thinking I have to cut them off by slaying, and boom, right there. I know I heard the shot go off. Stop him. Come on, get him. Right there. Boom. One of the big advantages of the AK-47, it has a clip the size of a whale. Well, it doesn't have a clip bigger than most assault rifles, but it has such a slow rate of fire that it pretty much will feel like it has a large extended clip. Here you come in, pick it up, and somehow I get killed right there. You know, dual pythons. Had the first shot. Looking for whatever is here. I think I make a mistake here because I was just too lazy to take the launcher off. My idea with the launcher was I was going to come up here. There's going to be two people standing in the top. I was going to hit them with a law rocket. Doesn't seem to work out that way. Let's see how it ends up working out for me. Alright, I see this guy's over here, so I'm like, yeah, I'll shoot these guys. Boom, nothing, and bad mistake for me. So bring the law rocket back out. Looking for, oh, there's another one. Boom. Gotta keep them spy planes out the sky. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, and I get grenaded. Fuck. Alright, time to law rocket again. Spin around, nothing. Let's go. I'm going to shoot the law rocket at the B-bomb since they have it planted now. I see they're coming down this left side, so I'm cooking the grenade right away, throwing it over the barrier. Alright, boom. See the gunshots come down. Switch up there. Reload. Boom. I'm trying to work this area over here, as you see me doing it perfectly right now. Boom. Come on. Where you at? See, I'm not going for the bomb. The reason I'm not going to try to defuse the bomb right here is it kind of comes down to the main reason I don't try to jump on the objectives right out the gate unless I'm playing to. And that reason is I don't trust people to capture the objectives or protect me. I feel like nobody on my team could have done what I just did there and pulled out a clutch 3-man spray and pretty much saved the game. And that's just the whole case. That's just my thought process breaking down a win like this, you know, protecting the B-bomb. What do you guys think? Do you guys ever trust your teammates, especially randoms? I think I'm going to use the AK-74U rapid fire this time. Try and give it a try. Alright. Let's do this, players. Get my free cap on. I kind of love how they keep track of how many captures you got a week and such. Alright. Alright, this guy's cutting through the middle. Let's go ahead and meet him. Oh, I didn't put steady aim on it. I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not. Oh, I'm hurt. No, I'm ducking down here to kind of get my health back. Look at that. Free kill just ran right in front of me. But I'm going to be camping in his eyes. That doesn't matter. I'm winning in mine. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Get down. Reload. Oh. What you doing, homies? Oh, there's a blackbird right out the gate. Let's go and cut this guy off over here. Still back here? No. Let's go help this guy take this flag. Mine. Boom. 5 headshots for the 74U. 5 rapid fire. Oh, where the fuck did you come from? My goal is to keep this SR-71 up the entire time. That'll help me control. Oh, let's go and blotch the sky out too. What are you doing, buddy? That's mine. Alright, those guys over here trying to take C. Let's deny him. Let's pick that up. Alright, this guy's gonna get cut off and destroyed. Rapid fire for the win. Blotch out sky because they're going to capture this. Oh, fucking. I fell in the second chance. Let's get over here before these guys come. What? He had the Valkyrie rocket out? Wow. Beast mode. Let's see if we can get back here. Alright, got you done. Look how easy this crap is. What are you doing? Waiting on this boy? Oh, he's down. I'm running out in the middle of the... Going back to A. This guy's going to A. Let's go ahead and cut this guy off. No! My spy plane. Look at that. I'm a beast. You've got a share package. Alright, let's cut these guys off. Spy plane. Reload. Come on, spy plane it up. Let's go and get this counter out. There's counter. Let's use it. Alright, boom. Oh yeah. Oh. A spy plane. Reload. Reload. We lost B. River of Cadavers. Let's go ahead and move from there. We still got the flag advantage. That's all I gives a hoots about. Oh, and he knifed me, but guess what? Enemy spy plane. We got a Blackbird. Oh, wow, that was a good move. That was a good move. I like to use the marathon mainly because I like to make sure I make my marks and be able to get around the map. Like boom, right here. This is a 3-piece waiting to happen. I see his buddy held up. I'm just gonna grenade his buddy. Boom. Let's blotch out the sky. See what's happening on our mini map again. Nothing. Let's go and get this up. We'll go to the top of this thing and pick some guys off because they seem to be spread out. Oh, this guy's coming up. No. What are you doing? What are you doing? Walking without sprinting because I want to take advantage of the rapid fires of power. And there we go. Got exactly what I wanted. Got a 3-piece. Look at that. Oh my god. Gonna get the B back, please. What are you doing? Is there a guy behind me? Son, you shooting me with a pistol? Best befriend yourself. Oh. Loop. SR-71 is up. I'm hit, so I do not want to rush back out there, so I'm just going to take another route. Oh man, I got out of there and I got lucky. You damn, these guys are scared to come this corner. Oh shit. Oh, good. Ah, I did a little too much at once. Alright, spy plane's up. A lot of people think this all recon kit's a hindrance, so dude, you just don't have a killing kill streak. Whoa, grenade. Well, don't worry, that means I get to blotch out the sky a little bit quicker on you. Oh, that was a nice ghost. Oh no, he's not even ghost. He's dead though. See if we can get up here and take this guy off this flag. Yes, we can. Ah, rapid fire. Dude, the connection to this game is so fucking bad. Man, last kills one of his flag capture thingies. Oh. Oh, 74 you. Use a beast. I was gonna use a Spaz 12 shotgun, but a ray popped up on demolition, and not gonna use a Spaz 12 on that. I'm gonna bust out the hardened Galil. I got dual mag on it, but that's mainly because I fucked up, ran out of time. Because I put scavenger on it too, because I don't plan on getting grenaded too many times on this map, and scavenger is generally my favorite first perk. I love a harden on the Galil too. Let's do this. A two-piece and a biscuit, son. Oh, come on. Don't tell me you up there thinking you're going to stay up there. Oh, crap. He went down. Doesn't matter. About to get another good grenade right here. I'm going to try to bounce it off that back wall. Oh, come on. He bounced a grenade. Same thing. Up. That's a little high. But still got in the same spot I wanted it to be in.
Ooh, yeah, he's camping in the whatever it is.
Reload. Done. Reload. Let's go and get out of the danger zone and go ahead and stop him up this window. He's dumb. He's just going to run around the back. But the game's pretty much over at this point. The team has given up. He's coming in through the back door. So let's go ahead and turn him around. Look at that. All that running and he gets drop shot. Get beasted on, kid. Okay, come back here. Get to blotch out the sky. Stay on target. That's what I'm talking about. 10 and 2. Oh yeah. Lay down. I don't know where the hell this host is from. always blow this car up right here in case so they don't do what I did last round. Usually can meet 1 or 2 guys right here. Oh, let's move. Okay. Make sure nobody's coming up here. And get headshotted, player. Is he coming out there? No, you're not. Control them bullets, homie. Come on, homie. Oh, that just means you get SR-71'd.
Nice.
Just try to bounce it off that wall. You guys want to keep coming up here, huh? Guys gonna pop his head out right there, or they're gonna come right here. What point is it laying on that truck and not even coming out? What is the point? You have 45 seconds. You know you're gonna die. Just take your death and come on.
In the array.
Oh, you tried to come up the rabbit hole. Boop. Reload. Ooh. Where you guys coming at? Watch out the sky. You coming out that door? Yes, you. Oh, oh. Oh, we got to reload on. Oh, got a bomb plant down. That's where Harden shines.
Oh, fucking wombat.
Oh, bomb defuse though. I was going to get my Blackbird. 20-3. Gotta love demolition. Super easy game mode. What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and it might be a little bit noisy behind me. A buddy of mine's having a mold problem with his house, and we got a big old clan here living at the house currently. So there's lots of 4 and 5-year-old kids. So if you hear them in the background, that's why they're there, like that noise right there. So I'm trying to make this entertaining as possible with the time constraint. There's a couple things I want to talk about, and a lot of them is something that's been misconstrued for the last couple of years. The Call of Duty system has no matchmaking whatsoever. Well, let me go and explain that a little more clearer. There is no, you don't get matchmaked by your level, by your prestige, by your stats. There's nothing like that. There's no Halo-esque matchmaking behind Call of Duty. What it does is when you search for a game, it bases off your ping in your area, and then it goes out to larger areas, and it puts you in the first available game at the lowest ping. And that's how the Call of Duty matchmaking works. You being level 1 no prestige does not make you play against worse players than being level 15th, level 50. That is not the case. That is the way the game's always rolled. So that's just what that is. And there's some other things that's happened recently in the community, and I wanted to talk about those as well. One of the things that recently happened was the bots, and a lot of people, just like when what was that thing called, bumping first got discovered, that people accuse every big commentator of botting. And look here, I know a lot of the commentators, and I could tell you, not even White Boy botted. Jaws didn't bot. Nobody has botted. I mean, but sorry about that. We had a poke in the eye incident, but nobody is botted. I mean, it just doesn't work that way. You know, even if somebody did that, it's like, it's underhanded. I mean, most of the time we'll take advantage of like flaws in the YouTube era, but not even flaws, just just little loopholes to get around things. But I can tell you pretty much none of the big channels have ever botted. I mean, I can say this loosely because I know most of the people here, and most of the people probably wouldn't go to that extent. We'll make business cards, we'll sell t-shirts, but you know, paying somebody to bot is basically essentially breaking the law. So yeah, don't go out there and accusing people of doing that kind of thing. Like, my channel currently is under a botting attack as well, and it kind of affects. You'll see like Modern Warfare 3 beta all over my channel, and you'll see like thousands of dislikes, and you'll see people just like feeding into it, trying to be a part of a crowd. Like, if you noticed, my hate comments have increased dramatically because of the dislikes, because people think that that's the hip thing to do right now. You know, just hate on Wings. And, you know, it gets to the point, it's like, okay, you're lame. I mean, I try not to be a negative person. I try to be a happy person when I can be. And a lot, it's just constantly negative comments. I mean, and the good comments never outweigh the negative, because you get 5 negative comments to every good comment. And it's just like that. And that's the reason I'm always ill and always trying to prove something to, you know, just straight up haters. I mean, I know I'm not a bad player. You couldn't tell me I'm a bad player. As much time have I put into this game, and as much times I've learned the game. It's just the thing. I'm super quick, and I've like one of my buddies. He's not exactly a bad player. He's what you call a mediocre player. He's about a 1 KD guy. He gets about every kill. He gets a death. You know, but when you sit him in the same room as me, I make him look horrible, because I'm just faster on the sticks. I understand. I pick up quicker on other people, and it's just things like that. It's not at me bragging. It's just that it's all muscle memory. If you want to be perfectly honest, it's not about talent. It's just muscle memory. You get used to a certain TV screen. If you don't believe me, muscle memory plays a huge part in your ability of your so-called Call of Duty skill. Go play on another TV. If you jump onto another TV right now that's a different size than the TV or even brand of TV that you own, you'll notice a dramatic difference in your shot. Your ability to navigate the map and things like that will still be there, but your shot won't be at his own. Like, see right here, me leaving and running away, that's the difference between a good player and a bad player. You know, a bad player will rush blindly around a corner. A good player will know when to do it. And I'm not saying never have fun and do different things. I do silly things all the time. Like, this is a game where I used a weapon I normally wouldn't use. I started out with a Spaz 12 and ended up having a really good game with it, using a lightweight hacker. But try to play as smart as you can when you're using different things. I mean, just because you're using a silly setup like dual Skorpions doesn't mean you can't play well with that silly setup. Like right there, this right here was a mistake. And I got owned for my troubles. But I don't know. It just gets annoying to say, like, Wings, your video's been bland. Dude, the last 4 videos I put up were with odd weapons, and they were pretty much all live commentaries and playing by myself. And that's what people are asking for, and then people bitch about it. And then all of a sudden it's like, what can I do? I mean, it gets you flustered to the point. You know, there's only so much you can talk about that's not the game. And Black Ops has pretty much ran its course in that aspect. And I gotta still keep making videos.
Well, what's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm back, and I'm bringing you a search and destroy on the PS Triple, that triple black. And I'm using the FAMAS. It's a normal setup where you see, I actually got the standard Trihard setup on here, and we're actually running with a full party. And you'll see the kind of guys we're playing against. It's the standard, you know, show off things on search and destroy. And doesn't this kind of guys just, it's not really annoying, but it's like seriously, you're still doing this. And these were very stereotypical type of people. They were like, I think one time they got on our team because I think we had like a party of 3 or something, and I think I was using an M60 at the time. And he's like, use the M60. That's a Trihard gun. It's like, the M60 is a Trihard gun. Oh man, it's funny. And they got to the point where I put like 4 or 5 games in a row where I just went straight up flawless, and I think this is one of those games. And they just couldn't comprehend the fact that somebody could do so well so often. And they were like, do you get paid? Do you do this for a living? You know, that kind of deal. I'm kind of giving them goofy voices because it's silly. But, yeah, and I told them, like, yeah, I actually do play Call of Duty for a living at this point in my life. And so they proceed to make fun of me. But, oh, well, joke's on them at the end of the day. They're working at McDonald's or Wendy's or wherever their superior intellect is. And I get to hang out with you guys. Which one you think is cooler? And I remember in the actual game of this, actually, I had to remember, like, which one was Boost? Because I don't use this thing a lot. But RCXD is, like, really good search and destroy. And they're kind of bringing it back from Modern Warfare 3 from what I've noticed with all the breakdowns and trailers. And, you know, every time they put a new trailer out, there's, like, 15,000 breakdown videos. And I try to stay away from them. I seriously do. And the reason I try to stay away from them is because a lot of it has to do with strikes, to be perfectly honest. I'm really unsure with new games what I can post and what I can't post. I try to stay away from Rockstar games and things like that nature because they've been known to hand out strikes prematurely on those type of games. Even though I do work for a gaming company and things like that, I can still get strikes for putting up certain gameplays. So that always confused me. There we go. Bloom. And I noticed a couple people asking if I was going to ever restart my Dragon Age Origins gameplay. I might, but the main problem with that is I don't even know if I might still have it on my PS3. I don't know if I still have. I know I don't have the footage. I have to start wherever the hell I'm at. It's just been so long since I've played it. I've kind of lost track of where the series is at. I think I just got out the Magi Temple, and I might even be stuck in the Mage Tower, but who knows? There we go. How did that guy not die? You ever watch those kill cams on Search and Destroy, and you hit the guy like 15 times, and it's like, seriously? If you do the math, you do like 500% damage. Oh, that was so pretty. Do you see that? That was textbook pretty, and I get the plant dog. Wow, that was pretty. And even with the flashbang, it actually gave it like a little bit more finesse. And I think I kind of flashed myself with that. But oh, that guy should have killed me. He so should have. But Steady Aim Pro with the quicker knife recovery and the quicker, you know, phone recovery right here. Boom. That is textbook right there. Steady Aim is, in my opinion, Steady Aim is the best second perk for Search and Destroy, mainly because Sleight of Hand is really unneeded. Because how often do you run into a situation in Search and Destroy you need Sleight of Hand? I hardly ever run into it, and I've been playing a lot of Search and Destroy recently, and I don't really know what a good Search and Destroy game is. Is a good Search and Destroy game like an 8-0? Or is it double digits? Is 10-0 a good Search and Destroy game? I have no clue. I seriously don't. Do I get anybody with this? I'm just kind of just guessing where people might be. Oh, there we go. Pick it up. Oh, hello, baby. Let's get this grenade in here. Alright. Got him with the grenade. I think this game's coming to an end right here. Oh, I'm loving flashbangs. I always complain that they're OP like a motherfucker, but look here. These things are strong, and I'm about to try to Superman this kid. I wish I could have got him. But game ends 12-0, 2 plants. What's up, baby? What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm back, and I'm bringing you a little gameplay here. And this is not your standard Demolition Massacre. I actually don't even get my kill streaks in this game, and I'm bringing this one to you to kind of show you a competitive demolition game. This is me and a bunch of Twitter guys. We run into a team that actually puts up a fight to the point where we can't spawn lock them. And it's how demolition is supposed to play out if the other team can actually beat you back. And it kind of shows an aspect of what full team play would actually look like. I'm unsure if the other team is actually a full team or just the caliber players I pulled off Twitter wasn't the best in the world. But we'll just have to see this. One of the big downsides, and one of the guys that kept stopping my streak with this Zetrick Hart guy, he is a 2.99 KD, and he did a lot of Rings of Redemptioning, and that's the term I'm going to use for that. He basically used every environment advantage he possibly could, and I was impressed. I mean,
he put it to us, but in the end we ended up coming out with a W. I guess that's a spoiler alert. But I'm gonna show you a couple of things. Like, I'm actually using the infield silencer here just to use something different. The infield's one of those guns that is kind of weird. It's like a submachine gun assault rifle, but it's kind of the worst assault rifle in the game, and it's not really that good of a submachine gun either. It kind of reminds me of the F2000. It's like the black sheep of the gun family, but it's not as bad as the F2000. You know, a lot of people, I can see it now, like, oh, F2000 isn't that bad. What are you talking about? Well, it isn't that good either. The F2000 would seriously not stand up against something like the ACR or the FAMAS in any kind of like gun-on-gun situation. You pretty much had to shoot them in the back or shoot them. You had to get the first shot off. If you got the first shot off in that, you generally had a severe advantage there. You see me finally get took out of that spot. And that's what I like to call a comfort zone. And you'll see me do that in Demolition all the time. I'll run to these comfort zones in the map. And it's like a first instinct. It's like waking up and willing to take a piss, to be perfectly honest. I mean, and I kind of had to switch it up here. It's like, oh man, I got rocked because he obviously had the better weapon there. He's got a pretty good standard M16 loadout. I wouldn't be surprised if he watched some of my videos, because that's my standard M16 loadout. I usually use the red dot over the suppressor, but hey, you can't hate. The man's got the ultimate campy kit put onto it. The Harden Pro, the Flak Jacket, the Tac Mask Pro. Look at what I'm running, and I still don't have Flak Jacket Pro. To be perfectly honest, I have never gotten Flak Jacket Pro in this game. I've never had the Pro variation of it. I don't even know what it does, and that's kind of a testament of how much I avoid dying. Like, everything in my body tells me not to touch a grenade to save my life, and it just all the way does that. Let's go ahead and go back into the gameplay here. Oh man, that was actually a bad mistake right there. I've actually just started watching the gameplay. The first part of this game, I kind of just started going to comfort spots like you hear me talk about. And right now we're trying to push to the B bomb, and get the B bomb playing. And I actually pushed past through it, and you see right here, I get into this area right here. What's going on in my head right now is I'm thinking about how, if I was them, how would I push through it? I would push through the control room, mainly because it has advantage of walls, and those walls lets me not get shot right off the spawn. As you come back here, I kind of did a fake around right there. That usually doesn't work. Most of the time it doesn't work, because one of my big rules I try to give myself is never to walk back into bullets, and that was a huge case right there of walking back into bullets. And this round's actually coming to an end right here, and I'm gonna go break this game down into two parts. So the first round was very hectic, and I tried my best to keep it fast, and I ended the first round, what was that, 18-6. Peace, guys. Man, don't you just hate that shit when you gotta go out and bust out your good gun on some motherfuckers? Motherfuckers trying so hard. I'm just playing with you. Yeah, I decided to bust out the M16 on these guys, but look at these guys. They had their pre-shot on point, so I had to bust out the Tiger M16 with the silencer. One thing I've noticed with the M16 is the silencer makes no never mind on it, because it's pretty much always a two-shot, and the silencer it doesn't hinder it at all. You can still one-shot with the silencer. You generally in the same spots. You can still generally a two-shot with it. So in my book, the silencer is worth using on the M16, because it gives you that benefit of range and stuff, and gives it another variable over the G11. Which the reason I don't use the G11 a whole lot is mainly because of the lack of the red dot on it. Because I love a red dot sight on a 3-burst gun. Get a 2-piece and a biscuit right there. Multi-killer mug. Let's reload some 5.56 in this world. You'll see some pretty M16 gameplay here. Cause I think I'll go 55-10, and I decided to stop rushing around taking flags and start doing what I do best, which is post up and destroy. That sounded like search and destroy, didn't it? Yeah, post up and destroy, motherfucker. You know, who knows? Who cares? Switching out. Oh, look at this, pretty. Oh, look at how pretty that was. That is a guy. That's a heads up play right there. You don't see groundhogs doing that. That's heads up. That's honey badger blood. That's what that is. Like, that is so pretty. I mean, you should go back and watch that again. That is awareness to its highest extent. Look at me, sounding arrogant as fuck. But I'm just saying that was a pretty play. You don't see that too often. Usually you see that as in montages and things like that. Come up here and go and get me my chopper gunner. Get him, and I got a little greedy, but you know what? First chopper's coming up. You know we're going to go ahead and skip it though. I mean, these choppers just went down, down, down. I think I got like maybe 5 kills a piece with them. Okay, let's see this shit. I'm waiting for that area where I put that pretty piece of M16 gameplay in. And that's obviously it right there. Well, I got a lot of time left to talk, so I'm going to talk about something else. I'll point out the pretty M16 gameplay as well, because I recently watched a movie called Skyline. And Skyline, if you haven't seen it, I suggest not seeing it, because it sucks butt and ass and, you know, tub girl ass. And I'm going to tell you a couple of reasons why. The first 30 minutes of the movie is young, rich people partying. First off, I'm not rich. First off, I'm getting to the point where I'm not young. And third off, who cares about partying? And it's one of those stupid like pregnancy side story subplots they put in movies nowadays. Like, I'm pregnant. Should I tell him? You know, those movies are for chick flicks. I don't want to see a pregnant subplot in my aliens, I'm going to rip the fucking head off and eat you and use your brain as battery movie. I just don't want to see that. I don't care about the bitch being pregnant. Obviously, it's a big subplot, but I'm going to get back to that in a minute. One of the things that kind of bother me is, one, it had a Cloverfield-esque kind of feel to it. Not so much as the shaky cam, but you pretty much stayed with one series of survivors. You learn nothing about the aliens. You pretty much get no kind of details into it, which I'm fine with that. One thing that did bother me during the movie is he turns on the TV a couple times to see like firsthand of the military fighting the aliens, and I'm sitting there thinking, man, they're scared to leave an apartment or have the window blinds cracked, but obviously there's a news camera being able to watch the entire sky and broadcast the news at any time as it's happening in the same big view that they get from their window. Kind of suspicious to me. Kind of dumb too. I think this right here is up where that pretty M16 gameplay comes from. Get two there. Come here. Boom. No, that's not it. It seemed kind of fishy to me, but it pretty much goes on to just show them try to avoid being captured, because when the aliens capture them, and from what I took from the story, obviously here comes the big spoilers for anybody who wants to turn off the video now. From what I took from the story is the aliens use the human brain as a battery, and once they use the battery up, it turns black and they just spit it out. They don't tell you how long one of the human brains lasts, but obviously they go and conquer other planets and species and things of that nature to find the batteries used to power their monsters or their actual selves. And it's kind of a cool subplot, but for some reason they have this like blue light, and it kind of attracts people and it gives them a taste of power. And for some reason the girlfriend's boyfriend who she's knocked up for is special. And when they actually rip his head off and take his brain out and put it into something else, it turns him into like this creature, and he fights back instead of becomes a mindless minion. And that's where the movie cuts off. It cuts off as soon as he gets the brain into his alien body, and it's like it doesn't show anything else. And as soon as it steps into the area of being original content, it cuts off, and it shows the rest of the movie in like screenshots during the credits. And I felt like I was really pretty much deceived. I'm like, I wanted more of my movie, because I was sitting there watching, and I watched it on Netflix, so I probably paid like, the nickel to watch it for this month, and I wanted my motherfucking money back. I was like, what the hell is this bullshit? And I don't know. Oh shit. Oh, look at that. Pretty fucking Pretty, pretty, pretty. Ooh, oh, get you too, son. Oh, ran out of ammo too. But that was some sweet M16 gameplay right there. I would not recommend Skyline at all, dude. The movie half-assed it. It's from the guy who did the God, what was that movie that flopped so fucking bad that they also did? I can't remember it off the top of my head, but they blamed marketing on their last 2 pictures, and the movie's trash. I love me an alien movie. I love me an alien invasion movie. I haven't seen the Battle of Los Angeles yet, but I'm hoping the Battle of Los Angeles is not something similar to this. Another thing that bothered me during the movie is they had B-2 Spirits that were basically UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles, and they had Predator drones and stuff like this. And I'm like, if they have the time to put all these Predator drones and shit out there, why don't they bring the fighter planes in? I mean, you have 4 B-2 Spirits in your arsenal near Los Angeles, but you can't put some F-16s in the air? Obviously, you're fighting back to save the human race. Who knows?
What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm bringing you a little gameplay here on Hell TDM. Oh, don't you just hate when that happens? I'm not a fan of that. You know, I haven't really put out a lot of high. I rarely put out high effort videos. What I'm talking about, but I haven't put out a lot of videos recently that seemed like I had a lot of heart in them. Mainly because I've been helping my buddy with this move he's been putting out, and I've been, I don't know, physically and mentally drained for the last week because of basically trying to keep order and feed a household of 9 individuals, and it's been holy terror, dude. It's like ridiculous. I've also been you say 9 because he's got 2 people and 2 kids. I've got 2 adults here and 2 kids, and I also have a homeless guy living in the shed out back that I help take care of, and that's pretty much my family at this point. And hopefully that's soon going to be coming to an end and we get back to life as normal, so I can get back to playing video games, because dude, sometimes you need video games for stress relief, and this whole week has been like kids, adults on equal variation. And on top of that, don't you hate when people ask you to borrow money? It's freaking ridiculous, dude. I've been getting hounded for money left and right lately. But this is a really cool ending of a TDM. I thought this TDM was super slow, dude, and I mean super slow. I didn't even want to show you the front half of this thing. I think I was looking through the gameplay footage, trying to find this last run I had, and I think at one point in the game I was 8-5 at like the 7-minute mark. This was like a 9-minute TDM, and the last bit of it here, I ended up getting behind the people, and I turned it on here, catching this hoe right here leaving the elevator. You ain't play your valet, pimp. Where you going? Yeah, at that point, like, yeah, gotta get the dogs too, because I could have went right to the chopper gunner, but man, chopper gunner sucks so bad on Hotel. Hotel's one of those long-winded maps, kind of like High Rise, if High Rise didn't have that long-ass, glitched-ass hallway. There's the puppies. You know what comes after the puppies? It's always helicopter mayhem. So let's go and put that up there and show you. Yeah, I have a pretty good Skorpion gameplay on Jungle. I'm gonna post up probably tomorrow morning. And how many of you guys actually been watching the Dead Space 2 Let's Play on my other channel? It's averaging about 2,000 views, 2 to 4,000 views per video, which is pretty good since the channel is no epic size like my Call of Duty one. But if you want to check it out or you're thinking about it, just give it a look. Peace. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and let's start us out. I'd like to open that right up with a flashbang. Flashbangs are something I've been using a lot of lately. The reason I've been using a lot of flashbangs lately is because I noticed I play with if anybody notices, I do play with a party a lot. And through that party, I get a lot of UAVs and Blackbirds, so I get to see a lot of people coming. So I've been really playing like a bitch lately, and flashing the shit out of them. I come up at around here and get this kill because I flashed him. I set the Claymore up, and I knew he'd stay there. As long as I didn't see nobody in the thing, I was going for that up and around.
and it basically does not start my game off well because somebody responds behind me, hooks me up with a grenade. What can you do? Nothing you can do about that. Wear a flak jacket, I guess. See the guy on the radar, I try to flash him as well. And a lot of people pronounce the way I set my style up here and the way I do play-by-play commentaries, like, oh, I can see what's happening on screen. A good player can tell what I'm doing on screen, but a player that doesn't understand everything can't. So some videos, you just gotta sit back and relax, pimp. If you know this, just shake your head and smile. Alright, here's where it gets interesting. Oh, I think I get one of them. And a lot of people want to talk about why do I use the frag grenade over the Semtex. The reason I use the frag grenade over the Semtex is the frag grenade I can cook, and it generally has generally magnetizes to somebody. So if I throw it in a crowd of people like that right there, and they all start running away, as long as one person messes up, I'm gonna get me at least one kill. That's why I like the frag grenades. That and the ability to throw them in range and bounce them off of things. Semtexes Semtexes are good too. Semtexes are what I like to call corner busters. You stun grenade and then throw it in the corner and catch the guy in the corner. Alright, I'm sitting right here in this little mud area on the side of the banks. You can't lay prone in the water for anybody that has never tried. You can't do it. But I'm using these mud banks because since most people that try to prone here try to do it in the water, don't realize you actually there's prone areas here. And as long as you sit still here, you can easily pick up off people here from that spawn in the temple. And anybody that plays jungle for any week's amount of time, the temple is one of the main spawn points of the game. Look at that. And they actually give me a blackbird to even help out the cause. You see this? I killed that one guy, and the other guy just straight up ignored me, giving me another free kill here. And there I go, pick up another guy. Alright, you're gonna watch me go up here and pick the scavenger pack up. I'm gonna flashbang this guy right out the gate. Boom, he's gonna be shooting wildly because he don't know where the hell I'm at. But that's exactly how you approach that, especially when you're using a weapon like the Skorpion and you don't have an assault rifle on. And there's pretty much nothing else you can say for something like that. I think I end up dying right up here, maybe. Catch this guy. There's my blackbird. There we go. And I end up dying on one of the easiest kills there is. Oh man, Wings, you sucks. But it doesn't matter. The game, you notice the game is winding down right here. But I get another set here. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the D, give you the down low. Let's go and count them. That's three. That's two right there. Let's go and pick this guy up. I feel my thing drag right there, and I don't even get him. Damn. So I'm still sitting at 2 kills. I like to wear Marathon Pro, but dude, there's the way the third tier is stacked. There's so many good perks in there. Like I want to wear Hacker because I like to use Scavenger because I like to replenish my flashbangs and stuns a lot. There's 3. There's 4. But at the same time, I can't stand playing in a full party without Marathon Pro because if you don't, you get so many kills stolen from you, or you just can't get to kills. Another good case here. See this? Boom. Got at least one of them. I pre-fired that corner because I was hoping he'd rush around it, and that's exactly what I did there. Try to pick that guy off, but I can't do it. Don't want to stick around there because the Skorpion fucking shoots BBs at long range. Alright, there we go. Flashbanged him over the rock. Picked me up another kill. Picked me up some flashbangs and some grenades. Hop this grenade because I see that corner and look at that. Bloom! Get a 3-piece and a biscuit, and I didn't realize I went right to the chopper gunner. And the chopper gunner I ended up dominating with, so it was like, I forgot what the final score. What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm back and I'm bringing you a gameplay on Cracked. This is a flawless gameplay with the PM63, the lead slinger. I got the extended mags on, the steady aim, and the scavenger. And you know I got the ninja so I can hear me. A hater sneaking up on me. That's the way I do it. And I'm going live, going hard. But these kids fucking sucked bad, dude. Oh man, this is one of those games where you get in that groove and you start feeling it in your shoulders because you feel like you're invincible because you're just running back and forth, slapping around like they're a seesaw or something. What's another algorithm for that?
What do you mean, people going back and forth?
Yeah.
Like a bobblehead.
Bobblehead. Son, they sitting on an old used Dodge Ram 2500 Van Dash, bobbling their head up because they ain't playing this fucking video game. Video game playing them. They sucks. So I'm gonna show you the beatdown and humiliation. I give out more humiliations than the bang bus up in this bitch. Check this shit out this round.
This shit's hysterical.
Yeah, well, the bang buck's old as fuck. Everybody, old school motherfuckers know about the bang bus.
Oh no, I know about it. I'm just saying that shit's hysterical.
Yeah, I remember the bang bus in high school, son. That's the shit you been on.
But they're getting written on right now.
Oh
That guy
yeah,
just got around.
yeah he did.
Into a puddle of piss. He just fell in his piss.
Oh yeah. I like how this thing has a grip already attached to it. It seems like this weapon in Modern Warfare 3 would be a secondary, and it kind of disappointed me that they're bringing back the secondary machine pistols in Modern Warfare 3. I like just the regular pistols, maybe the launchers, because it kind of sucks when you fall back on a guy with a weapon that sucks, and he has a fucking shotgun as his backup weapon.
Yeah.
It's like wow, all of a sudden he has the best weapon for the situation in his back pocket.
And you're fucked.
Remember the fucking AA-12, dude? That thing was...
Oh god, I hate that fucking gun.
Dude, who gives a fucking fully automatic shotgun as a secondary? That thing was... I'd use that shit in this game. If the AA-12 was in this game, that would be one of the weapons I used a lot of. I mean, dude, think about how good the Spaz is. Just imagine the Spaz fully automatic with Scavenger. Shit would rip. I hate this. I hate this part right here too. I'm looking for my dogs. They keep getting these damn assists here. This right here, I actually took a risk right there. Normally, I wouldn't advise doing that with a submachine gun, especially the PM63. But I ended up catching this guy for my puppies. But too bad the puppies are freaking worthless this game. I ended up killing everybody just as fast. Our team was so spread out, and the teams were like getting lopsided and lollygagged. I'm waiting right here for this guy to do this number right here so I can pick him off. This game right here is a perfect example of perfect pinpoint reading of the map, mini-map. You see right here, I know he's going up there, and I just try to come up and around. And still a dog kill. She got that basket, basket. I got that song going through my head right now. Walla world. Oh, fuck the New Orleans bounce. Oh man, dude, I am so sore right now. My arms feel like I've been working out forever.
Stop masturbating so much.
Dude, it's that fucking moving shit you own. I ain't trying to move shit. Dog, I've been playing video games the last 2 years. I ain't trying to move a fucking couch. I don't want to move my own fucking couch. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, the couch was the lightest thing.
Yeah, the couch was the light work. Usually people are like, oh, couch. Motherfucking me, I was expecting a fucking hope chest. I'm surprised they didn't have one of them motherfuckers. What the hell's that mattress called again?
It's something Kings something.
It's some kind of like Kingston king size mattress. And the shit's dual pillow topped, and the bitch is probably the heaviest thing he had in his house. You think like oak furniture would be heavy? No, this fucking mattress felt. You ever had like a couch or something put in a pool? This fucking mattress felt like it fell into a pool, and we're sitting there lugging it around. And the motherfucker has no handles. Like I don't expect. How do they expect you to transport it? Why don't they make furniture so you transport it through fucking doors of houses?
Yeah, the handles ripped off a while ago.
Yeah, but they only have handles on the sides too. I mean, like why don't they have it on all four sides?
That would make sense.
That would make, yeah, and what's up with the fucking mattresses with the handles that are fucking ropes? You've seen that bullshit?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Or the mattresses with the handles that look like the door handles on those old like Chevrolet pickups, like a piece of plastic that was like bolted into it. It's just annoying in that way. Oh man, well, we're running out of time here. This is a big Flawless TDM for you. I'll see you guys a little bit later. Fuck mattresses. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I am dead tired, dude. I mean, I ain't had time to play anything for like 6-7 days now, and it's been really hectic. Hopefully, it's coming for a close here, because I mean, as much as you say that you hate doing stuff, you kind of miss it at the same time. Like I miss all the me time I used to have. And man, it's been really hectic. And this is just a game I've had saved on my hard drive for a while. And it's pretty much me at Dysfunction and one of his friends on the PS3 doing some search and destroy against a full team. That, you know, Captain talk shits, and we lose the first match pretty easily, pretty handily, to be honest. I mean, look, we're pretty much 3 versus the entire team. The other 2 guys on our team are 1 bars. So I bust out the 74U with the rapid fire. I don't know if I got the rapid fire on it or not. I think I do. With the Steady Aim Pro, and that's the way we're gonna roll it here. Some things I want to talk about. Man, dude, I've had the worst day in my freaking life. Let me go ahead and tell you about it, dude. Woke up this morning feeling like I had food poisoning. Alright. But it is the last day that the power was on at my buddy's place, so we had to finish getting everything out of his place. So we pack up all the youngins, the siblings, and whatever, and we drive up to his place. And his landlord is there. Well, his landlord basically is questioning the how much mold is actually in the house. And while he's questioning it, there is like purple mold on the door, black mold on the roof. The foundation is falling. You know, there's green mold on the cabinets that we pulled out yesterday that's still sitting there after the rain because the rain couldn't take all the mold off of the thing. And so that's that. And so after that, we finish cleaning the house out, and during that point I get lightheaded and even sicker to the point where I'm like, screw this, I gotta go sit in the truck, you know. And so I go and sit in the truck with the air conditioner on, and it's like, God, dude, I do not want to be here at all. And then I get in an argument with a friend because of basically volume versus weight. He doesn't seem to understand that you don't load trailers based on how much space you have. You load trailers based on how much you're putting in them weight-wise. And the reason this comes up because we had the homeless guy there helping us clean, and we had one of my small trailers hooked up to his little S10 truck, and because it could pull it pretty easily, but he overloaded it the day before and it bent the back bumper. He had one of those balls that you put in the back bumper, so that sparked an argument, which sparked a lot of controversy, and then we had to deal with that. So after we got all that done, we go to his new place, and the hens, the girls, they go to pick up the kids, and they take the key to the new place with them. So we have to wait at the new place for 2 hours before they show up. And hold up. What's up, guys? I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Somebody's beating on the door. Now I got like a little kid trying to stall for bedtime, so luckily it's not my child. Or, well, I don't really have kids, but I take care of my girlfriend's kids. So, yeah, those 2 are asleep. So it's somebody else's problem. That's the way I roll. Pass shit the buck. I like to pass the buck. But as you notice in this gameplay, that we pretty much stomped the other team's ass. This was supposed to be a gameplay where I I'd saved for breaking down on a search and destroy, because it kind of shows I have a couple clutches in here and the reason I did stuff, but I don't know, I just didn't really have nothing to do, and this was the shortest video I had, so I ended up putting it up. See, I'm 7-1 now with the attack helicopter to call in. Where else was I got? Oh, we come home, and our new puppy Zoe had pooped in our cage, because she's currently in the process of getting potty trained, and smeared it all over the back of the cage. Yeah, it's great, dude. You know, I'm sitting here tired, lightheaded after moving all day. What I want to do, clean a puppy cage out when I get home. Fantastic. And now I got to still concentrate on getting something to cut a case hardened lock off of a trailer that's designed to be anti-theft. So the case hardened, so you can't really get anything into it to cut it. So it's a wonderful, wonderful world, and I love you all. That's all I can say. And thank you for 300,000 subscribers. What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm bringing you some ground war. I don't usually play this shit because my connection sucks dick. That's the way I do it. And today I'm going to talk about nothing about the gameplay. It's all the same way anyway. Kind of depressing. If you're not following anything in this commentary yet, you bear with me because I'm not either. what's happening though is when I go to the GameStop or the Walmart or any venue or venture that sells any kind of reasonable video games, it depresses me. The reason it depresses me is because video games now have become so large and overblown that you don't get a good quantity of video games anymore. And for the most part, you don't get the fun video games anymore. Like, for example, back in the day, I grew up on I had a regular Nintendo. I had the Super Nintendo and all, but for the most part, I remember my Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis days more than anything else. And I remember going to places like Movie Max and places like that, little, video rental stores around here, and looking through the video games. It's like, oh man, that's like one of the coolest things as a kid. And much like the angry video game nerd, my weekend involved around renting a video game and playing it the entire weekend. That's what me and my brother would do. We generally try to go for a 2-player game. So with that being said, we kind of stuck for more like the co-op RPGs or maybe like a wrestling game or something like that. And there was so much variety back then. I mean, like everything that you looked at, or every store that we were in, there was just so much variety. Like you go to the store today, it's like a showcase of advertisement based around what's coming out. Like, go to the GameStop now. What do you see? You see 2 to 3 shelves about games that are coming out later this year. Wow. And then you see like the 3 or 4 games that's been out for a while. Like you'll see Black Ops, you'll see Halo Reach, you'll see 2 or 3 shelves from the last year's or last quarter's blockbusters. And then there's that one little baby ass shelf where the actual games come in, that's actually like independent game companies or whatever that's trying to get off on their feet. And those are the games that are kind of off the wall, but those games are usually lame as shit. Like, for example, I can't think of one off the head, but none of them seem that appealing. Think about it. The golden era of gaming, in my opinion, was the PlayStation, Nintendo 64, Xbox. That was the golden era of gaming, at least in my opinion. The graphics were somewhat good. The games didn't take too long to put out, and you basically had a lot of independent developers because everybody could do it. A big successful video game wasn't determined by graphics but by playability. And I think a lot of the video game industry right now is dying because lack of playability. It's going way overblown on graphics. Like, one of the big things you hear right now on Modern Warfare 3 is like, the graphics look like Modern Warfare 2. I don't give a fuck. I hope they stay looking like Modern Warfare 2. You know why? Because hopefully they'll work on the game mechanics and playability, which in my opinion is much more important than if my guy looks like somebody in real life. If I want superior graphics, I'll go out into the fucking real world. It doesn't bother me to play on PS2 graphics. Remember Battlefield Modern Combat 2? I'd play that shit today if motherfuckers was on that bitch. I would. Because it was a fun ass game. It was probably the best shooter game to ever come out. Same thing. I know a lot of people with me because a lot of people like Call of Duty too. And that game came out at the very beginning of like these platforms. But like the PS2 was a good system as well. But when I'm talking about lack of games, remember the PlayStation? They had games like One. They had games like Gex. They had games like Spy Hunter. They had like tons and tons of like off the wall RPGs like Blade of Alandar. They had what was that one? Fable, not Fable, but I don't know, Legends of Dragoon. They had wrestling games like Bring the Pain. They have those now on the other games, but they're not as good as the old PS2 ones. At least in my book. It just seems like there's such a lack of variety anymore. Like, Super Mario Brothers is now in 3D. It's more gimmicky than anything. I miss the old Super Mario Brothers, dog. It's like, wow. Like, I miss the old Resident Evils for the most part, dude. You know how cool Resident Evil was on the fucking PS1? That shit was the bomb. Resident Evil 2 was the bomb. And now people claim like Resident Evil 4 the best. Resident Evil 4 fucking sucks, dude. Resident Evil 4 is a first-person shooter with horror aspects. If I wanted to play that, I'd play fucking Fear. Resident Evil is not about shooting your gun. Resident Evil is about solving puzzles, conserving ammunition, and surviving. It was a survival horror. It actually almost pretty much started the genre of survival horror. So why are we now trying to make it so zombies drop ammo so you can pick up? Nobody wants to do that. It's a pretty cool game mechanic, but why name it Resident Evil? Why not branch another series off? Why ruin a series like that? I don't know. I'm just sitting there bitching at this point, but it's what I do best. I'm a bitcher. That's what I do. That's what I do. And I'm putting the work in with a Skorpion. But these guys are so screwed now because the Blackbird's up. Hopefully the Blackbird doesn't make it into Modern Warfare 3. I'm hoping it doesn't, because this Killstreak is way OP like a motherfucker. But that's that. Triple capped. I think the final score of this was like 76 and like 5 or something like that. So I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm back, and I'm bringing you AK-47 on the TDM with the Ghost class. And no, I do not use Ghosts all the time, you motherfucking haters. But yeah, start off with a nice 2-piece. Finished off with a third follow-up. Let's go ahead and take it to the bank. Here you're gonna see something that's gonna happen really quickly. Look at that. I wish I could shoot. Oh, notice how I backed away from the doorway because I heard he had a shotgun. There we go. I actually failed. I think I failed right here at the beginning of the thing getting this chopper gunner, but I'm not sure. Oh, but I wanted to tell you some shit, some cold-blooded shit. You ever? I don't know how. I know a lot of you are really young, but I found this kind of funny when I heard it. That one way to get through to, well, you know how buying cars generally work. Most people finance. When you finance a car, it you have to make payments. If you don't make your payments, they send repo guys out to take it up, right? Well, one thing you could do if you really don't give a fuck about the car anymore is you could take your car and take it to a car crusher place, and then have it like towed up to the last 10 feet of it, because they don't usually crush cars at work, but you can have them crush the car with the bank still owing money on it, so they have nothing to collect on it. So I thought that was one way to have some cold-blooded shit. Oh, and one thing I like, I figured that's something I shared that I heard about somebody doing, and yeah. You also notice I'm also running a whole lot of. You'll also notice that I'm constantly just throwing like SAM turrets. That's because I'm playing by myself. Generally, when I play Mercenary TDM by myself, I don't rely on my teammates to actually do anything. I pretty much go into each TDM knowing that they're going to do nothing because they have the reflexes of a wet, soggy wall. So I end up just throwing I end up trying to throw these things at them so they can collect it and put it up and get them some points. They usually are very good about doing it, as you see right here. And it also keeps me out of the spy plane, counter spy plane territory. So I could actually get up without using ghosts in this setup and use hardline instead. But you know, it was just a kit. I wanted to use the AK and it already had ghost on it, so I ended up using it anyway. But that's just something I like to do when that's one of the things I do when I'm playing by myself. That's one strategy you could probably implement into your own game. And I'm feeling a lot better now since the last couple of days. I've had like a whole day where I could just sit on my ass and play video games. And man, how does it change your perspective on things? Because, you know, dude, real life has too many problems. Fuck real life. Video games are much more funner and are more relaxing. And I'm trying to get this chopper gunner out. I'm looking for it. There's my shotgun, buddy. So if I'm saving on the Olympia here. And people wonder about the Olympia. The Olympia is still going to happen. Well, I can't really say it's still going to happen. Only one clip's ever been sent into the Olympia that was worth it. And that's the reason Olympia has not been into effect yet. And boom, there's a big mistake on my part. But as you know, ass pound in the end of the round.
with the chopper gunner. I've actually seen people change it up to 10 sensitivity. Does 10 sensitivity actually do anything in the chopper gunner? Does it make it work faster? Did anybody else do that? What are some tips you guys use in the chopper gunner that are more effective, or you find that works a lot? Peace.
Oh no, there's a sail right there. See it? There's a sail. Sail. Get to the sail.
I don't know.
Alright. This is the Twitter challenge gameplay of the F2000. It's a little long gameplay, so I decided to speed it up by a couple minutes to kind of just for like flow's sake, because there's some slow points into it. But this is actually the only entry that I got in for last week for the F2000 challenge. I had a lot of people give me bigger numbers than this, but they had no proof. So this is Nerdy for the win, and he got a 69 kill gameplay with the F2000 hip fire only and master key shotgun. So let me go ahead and explain what Twitter challenge is. Each week I've been giving challenges for Twitter, and I'm gonna say it this week to get more people into it. But if you want to be into future ones, you have to follow me on Twitter. And the reward is basically just to put the video on my channel, if you can do it. I mean, it's not too big of a reward, but it's something fun, something to keep people interacting with the channel. And it's a challenge, especially since now Call of Duty is really, really boring, and people want to do all kinds of fun things. So this challenge was you could not aim down sight with the F2000. You could only hit fire. You could pick any perks that you would like, and you could use the master key shotgun as your only attachment. I thought it was a pretty good challenge, and people seem to enjoy it. The next week's challenge is actually a Black Ops challenge for people who don't still have Modern Warfare 2, which the challenges will range from Modern Warfare 2 right on back to Call of Duty 4, and it might even go to games like Battlefield or Dragon Age or whatever, because I have put a Dragon Age challenge out there before. And this week's is a Valkyrie missile challenge. It is the first person to make a montage within a 1 week time of the Valk missile with only triples and quads. Whoever gets the most triples and quads. And that's this week's, which began Thursday and will end Thursday of next week. This Thursday to next Thursday. Alright, there's something else big on the table that people wanted me to discuss, so might as well get into that right now. And it is the Modern Warfare 3 perk list video, well, Killstreak's video that has come out. So apparently, I don't have none of the information in front of me. I watched some video by FC23, which is like an 18-minute long, work of attrition. But apparently they're breaking down the 3 lists: assault, support, and specialist. Specialist class gets extra perks per kills / point streak. I'm not there called kill or point streaks anymore, but so basically, if you pick specialist, you don't get kill streaks at all, but you get double perks because 6 points are very easily to rack up. I don't know how the point system is going to be working in the next game, but I'm assuming 6 points is maybe capturing a dime flag, killing 5 people, or whatever, and you get perks. I don't know how the perks go. I don't know if you can stack them 3 or 4 deep. I don't know if you get 1 extra perk per slot based on the kill streak. I don't know how that works or molds out, but that's the specialist class. Alright, the assault class is essentially all the assault kill streaks. You have like precision airstrike, predator missile, attack helicopter, flock of mini birds, and crap like that. And they have some big overpowered kill streaks as well, as it goes into. The one of them is the new chopper gunner. It seems to be really, really overpowered, at least in my book. It's a 15 point streak, which let me keep in mind, this is point streaks. They're not kill streaks. They are so you don't really have to get 15 kills. You get to get 15 points, and I don't know how the point streak works. Does it work like Homefront, where you just keep amassing points till you get it, and it's going to happen? And if that's the case, dude,
the Strela missile is going to be burning up. The barrel going to be blowing up, because maybe that's the reason that the SAM turret in the support kill streak's an 8 kill at this point, if it's an 8-point streak at this point, because air support is going to reign supreme. They call it Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 2 Air Support Edition. Modern Warfare 3 has at least 30 different kill streaks between the first two, selection of classes, and I don't know if the selection of class itself will have anything to do with the like character base or loadout. But it's basically a chopper gunner that you fly in and you use the gun on the side of it, and it's like an emergency airdrop. It's like a Chinook whatever thingy, and that's really, really powerful, because you drop 4 or 5 care packages and you get a chopper gunner at the same time for 15 points. In my book, really strong. There's another couple things that kind of like tickled my fancy in a term. So is the stealth bomber is now like a 14-point streak or a 12-point streak, and that's the same as an AC-130. I'm like, what have they done to the stealth bomber to make it worth this much? You drive the stealth bomber now? Can you adjust it? Can you go angles and diagonals? I mean, what's the difference? Let's just jump into the other things. The support kill streaks basically your UAV, your counter UAV. You have like care package. You have like a hacked care package drop, which is something I'm going to be using a lot of, because I see myself playing the support kill streak more than anything else. And the question leads to me, is it still only 3 kill streaks? Is there other things? Because there seems to be a lot of kill streaks now, almost to the point where they could add 4, because there's like 15 apiece. But yeah, it's rather annoying, and like some of the support kill streaks are kind of odd. Like you get a manned turret, like, but who would want to use a manned turret? Like, you get to man a sentry gun and have it, instead of having it automated, and your big kill streak and the support kill streak is the same thing as the assault, but you don't, but it's operational controlled. It is computer controlled instead of manned by yourself. So it seems there's going to be a lot of guys that want to be shooting with a little computer laptop open. How the sound and stuff's going to work, I don't know. But death streaks seem to be coming back as well. One of the death streaks is lightweight, which kind of sucks, because I was hoping lightweight would come back into the game itself and not just be a death streak. Stopping power is in the death streaks for 1 kill, which essentially they said the guns are going to have stopping power to begin with. So I'm assuming stopping power means it's going to be 1 bullet kill. Means it's going to be very annoying when you jump on a guy and he just bloop, one hits you with a fucking like pistol or some shit. Final Stand's coming back. Martyrdom's coming back. They have a thing called Dead Man's Hand, which I pretty much relate to the, if you remember the Javelin glitch. I guess the fuck ups on Modern Warfare 2, they're actually building perks off now, because the guy basically has a C4 strapped to his hand or body or whatever, and he blows up as soon as he dies. I mean, it's not as bad as probably a Javelin, but it's like, wow, seriously, why are we rewarding kids like this? You die. Please quit. And one of my big questions, and maybe get some answers, is how much is domination flags and stuff like that worth? Is a bomb plant worth 2 points? What is the point streak worth? And I think the big question now is not what the perks are, but how do they work in terms of how are points accumulated? Because if points accumulate like Homefront, this game is going to be incredibly broken, and it's going to be incredibly full of air support. Because think about it, how fast you can get 15 points. I mean, let's just assume that every point, let's say every domination flag's worth 2 points, and every kill is worth a point. This guy right here would have probably had 4 or 5 chopper gunners this game, just running around with F2000, and it's going to probably be a lot easier to hold a good kill to death ratio in another game, because if they associate points to get people to move around a lot more, people that are actually good, that actually are smart with how they move around, will pretty much destroy them. But 6927, your boy Treaty's channel in the description. Please take pick of the Twitter challenge. You can follow me at WORGODICP. Peace. You know, there's some low down despicable things that Call of Duty will do to you. Host migrate, people dashboard. But this right here has got to be the lowest I've ever seen. And it really bothered me. I was playing some Mercenary TDM. I was using the Commando with the dual mag. And for those who wonder why I'm using the Commando dual mag, which obviously pretty much justifies that I have to have Warlord, it's because I wanted to use Hardline. And instead of using Sleight of Hand and Scavenger to get more ammo, I used Hardline and Warlord so I can have Hardline. I usually do that when I want to use a silencer and have more ammo still, because I generally try to stay alive for a long period of time. But on the other side, I was doing a pretty good job here, and you see it's pretty good gameplay. I'm sitting there trying to get back to the fundamentals and roots. I've been running around a lot lately, and it's not that it's a bad thing, it's just that it affects my style of play. Like it makes me more reckless. It gets me out of the groove when I really need to go and play, and kind of breaks me of that. So I'm trying to use the motto, you know, slow and steady is fast, if you've ever heard that motto. Or slow is fast. You know, just make sure my shots count, make sure they go in. Like I tell my buddy Chris all the time, he likes to spray and pray. I'm like, it doesn't matter if you shoot 30 bullets if 2 of them hit, or if you shoot 5 bullets and 3 of them hit. It's all about what hits the guy, not how many you shoot at him. I mean, sometimes you can get lucky and have the recoil pattern do it for you. That's where most people like to play at. Like right here, something that would have me a little bit worried. But boom, just keep calm, don't panic, don't try to rush your shot panicking, because if you can't kill the first guy, you obviously ain't gonna kill the second guy, so don't try to look past him. And that's something I've been doing a lot lately, is just looking past guys. And come on, look at show of hands, how many guys out there look past people and just get killed by them? And it sucks, doesn't it? This is another way that people like to kill me. Watch this guy. He starts throwing Zelda's bomb bag at me. He throws everything he has and stuff, comes out and fights me with his gun. But it's Blackbird time, baby. Yes, what we talking about? Blackbird. This thing is so strong. Even a personal Blackbird is too strong in my book. So I see this guy. I hear he plants to Claymore. See it with my hacker, so I know he's coming up. So let's go and catch him while he goes over there. Oh, and there's where he respawns at, picks him up. Let's go get this let's go get this shit right in here. Boom. Here's my doggies. Here's my puppies. Alright. So I'm like, alright, puppy time. Puppies come out. Guess what? Host migrates. Seen this before, right? It sucks. So I'm sitting there waiting. I'm waiting. At this point, I'm thinking, it's not going to migrate. I'm going to get a loss. I'm going to lose both of my big kill streaks I just earned. And I'm probably pooped out of, like, 20 kills of, kill streak killage. So I'm like, oh, sweet, it migrates. So I'm getting ready to use my dogs. Getting ready to use them. What? Why am I on this screen? I die? No, what it ended up happening is it kicked me out the game. If you go back and look, I was 0-0, and it gave my dogs to the next highest person in line. Come on. There's a lot of things that I don't agree on. And one of the things I don't agree on is glorifying obesity. It's okay to be fat. It is. It's okay to be overweight. Yes. And you're not a bad person if you're morbidly obese. But it is bad to glorify it, at least in my book. So let's get it straight. Nobody's really happy fat. They might put on the face. They might, let you see the attention. But in the long run, how happy can you actually be? Even people like The Biggest Loser, they're getting the fame and all that stuff from their weight or whatever. Like, you see a guy that's like, the 400-pound man at a carnival. That motherfucker's probably a manic depressant, to be perfectly honest. And I seen this. I think Fisticuffs tweeted out something the other day on Twitter that kind of was like, what? Seriously? And the shit's crazy. It's like, why would you want to be the fattest woman in the world? And I think she's like 52 stone or something like that. I don't know what that is in American weight, to be perfectly honest. And she's a mother of 2, so apparently somebody got at it. To reach a, she's 52 stone, and the thing says she had to reach 115 stone to be the fattest woman in the world. And that 115 stone is like 1,600 pounds. So I'm taking it she's half of that, so she's like at 800 pounds or something. Why the fuck would you want to be 800 pounds, dude? Like, there'd be couches that couldn't even hold you. And look at this shit. Her goal is to reach 2,000 pounds. The bitch wants to weigh a metric ton. What? Why? What on earth would you want to do to weigh a metric ton? And the fact is, I'm looking at pictures of her right now when she was younger. She wasn't nowhere close to this. I'm like, I understand all about eating. I also understand all about weight. I understand a lot about eating because you're depressed. I understand about eating because you're unhappy with the way you look. I understand eating because of relationship problems. But to glorify yourself to the point like, well, I want to weigh a metric ton, that is giving up. That is suicide. That's what that is. If you ever get to the point in your life, so, well, I'm going to have to die of something, that's some bullshit like the smokers do all the time. Well, something's got to kill me. You know what don't have to kill you? Having a fucking massive triple bypass heart attack, wishing that you could go in the shower while you're sitting in your own filth while you got maggots rolling up the chair because you haven't walked in 4 years. That ain't the way I want to go out. I'm a fat motherfucker, but guess what? I try to stay somewhat active. I try to move some fucking furniture or some shit. You know, I'm not going to sit here and be fucking pounding a fucking turkey in one hand and a fucking Diet Coke in the other for some fucking reason. And being like, well, going for that metric ton. No, it's not. It ain't how it's going to happen. Why would you even want to do that? What would you think of a woman like this? I mean, she's not by far not the fattest. This makes me go back and think about the guy in the chair. We talked about the story on Painkiller already. A guy in Ohio, he was so big that he could not get out of his chair, and somehow he continued to get bigger, aka a girlfriend, or you know, I don't know if there's a girlfriend. Obviously, if you can't get out of the chair, there's no such thing as a love life or anything like that. But she sat there and brung him food and glorified and basically built up his addiction. And like, do you give a crackhead more crack? No, you don't. You tell that bitch to go to rehab. Why can't you do the same thing with these people? Why is the news camera shoving her face? Oh, you want to be the fattest woman in the world? How do you feel? No, you be like, look here, girl, get your ass some help. Your kids need a mama. They don't want to fucking see you laying in a hospital bed needing oxygen to breathe because the weight of your body is collapsing your lungs. That ain't how it was going down. I guarantee the kids would back me up on this one. I don't know. This story just pisses me off because I've struggled with my weight my entire life. And I see these fucking things glorifying weight. I understand that, you know, yes, you don't have to be thin, and I understand that. I don't want to be thin myself. I like eating. Eating is something I enjoy doing, and it's something I never want to stop doing. But there's a difference between eating because you enjoy it and eating because it's a publicity stunt. And if it was World Jordy and Wings of Redemption had his say, I would take her kids from her. As soon as the thing came out, I would take her kids from her because she does not deserve life's necessities like that. If she wants to make a mockery out of her health and make her kids sit there and suffer because of it, she should lose them right out the way so she knows what it feels like before she slips into a fucking diabetic coma from being type 2 diabetes and have you know, an insulin level that her body cannot produce, and while I'm sitting here pumping my taxpayer dollars into the veins of her IV. Fuck this shit. What's up, players? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm fuck the gameplay. The gameplay is just some fucking beasting on some kids where I just take a shit on a kid and put like a 28 kill streak out. Dude, I wanted to do some other things. Well, last video I did a video called The Fattest Woman in the World. I wanted to do a really quick update video on the perks of being fat. People said there was no perks to being an overweight fat ass. And there is perks to being an overweight fat ass. Let me go ahead and list you a couple, motherfucker. You never get asked to run anywhere. There's no such thing. It's not like, hey, Jordy, can you go run to the store? No. You're fat. You don't run. Nobody ever asks you, are you going to eat that? They know you're going to eat that. And it's the fucking truth. I'm never asked to do any sort of physical labor, no matter what. And those are fucking good perks, in my opinion. Those are fantastic perks. You know, if you're a little guy, you're expected to go help get the groceries. When you're a fat guy, you get to sit around more. When you're fat, people don't hassle you for sitting down. Motherfuckers look at you like, man, he probably does need to sit down. Not when you're skinny. You motherfucker gotta stand up. When you're fat, people that are sitting down offer you their motherfucking seat. It's great. There's perks to being fat. I mean, it's not all bad. People make it out to be this horrible thing. And these are obviously just funny jokes based around being, you know, overweight. But it's not. There's perks to being fat, just like there's perks to being skinny. Skinny, there's perks like, oh, you can fit in seat belts real well. All the clothes fit you. Everything's designed around for you. But hey, there's got to be ups. What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm back. And the most voted gun for gameplay today was the Walther 2000 on the Twitter. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, it's WORICP. Look me up, pimp. Big white truck, big fat guy. And I'm fucking up royally right here, getting destroyed. The Walther 2000 is probably the most unique sniper rifle out of the four. It's not powerful like the L96 or the PSG-1, but it has very light recoil and very low sway. It has a very low ammo count. It also has the lowest zoom natural scope there is. I preferably need to use the variable zoom with it. This one is the regular scope. The reason I don't have the variable zoom on this is because of cash problems, motherfucker. The bank ain't hit me up. And it's one of those weapons where you just gotta shoot. You just gotta trust your nature and just shoot. Just aim center mass. Don't worry about the one-shot kill. The one-shot kills happen every now and then. Just aim tight and just keep firing. And that's how this weapon works best. The more you think about the shot, the more this weapon sucks. Just use it just like a semi-automatic. You see right here, just keep popping them. I'm gonna have a couple gameplays up today with the Walther 2000, and you'll see it perfect angle. Usually, you can't one-shot a guy. You can easily two-shot him. So looking for this guy right here on the tower, picking him off. But yeah, the variable zoom scope with even using the smallest zooms as possible, and just use it like a scoped semi-automatic rifle is the best way to use this weapon. Like right there, boom, just pick up 10 kills. It's actually pretty fun to use, but the thing with sniping on Black Ops is very invalid on certain maps. Like if you play like on what was the map earlier that I ran into had lots of trouble with this weapon. If you play on maps that don't have any kind of lines of sight, you're going to struggle hard with this with a sniper rifle. I actually prefer to play ground war with sniper rifles because of the amount of targets and you have to move around less. I'm using a sleight of hand right here. As I got the extra hit marker there. You'll see me come back for the camper. Pick him off. Get you as well. Give me my puppies. Oh, got you as well. Right here, boom. Let's go and switch it out. I'm out of ammo in the sniper rifle, so picked up the commando and got the kill through the wall. Well, I can't remember the map, but any map without a big line of sight is kind of hard to use the Walther on, even with the variable zoom, because Sleight of Hand Pro kind of defeats you all the time with it. If you go up against like a FAMAS with Sleight of Hand Pro, even if you already aim down sight, you're gonna struggle. I use my last bit of ammo right there. And that's one thing that kind of sucks about not having Sleight of Hand Pro on the sniper rifles, just like they had Modern Warfare 2. Did anybody know if they're bringing the Sleight of... Well, I wonder if Quick Aim is going to work on sniper rifles. I think that's what it's called, Modern Warfare 3. Because Sleight of Hand does something entirely different. Another thing you could the other two perks that are very valid on sniper rifles is scout and steady aim. I like steady aim because it does pull the weapon up faster. But that's a 23-1. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'll give you some more. What's up, everybody? It's your boy WingsofRedemption. I'm bringing you some M16 gameplay on Search and Destroy. This is going to be a little pro tip game because it's nice and quick, and there's going to be some tips to use the big old golden M16 since it's actually my #1 gun on 2 consoles. The M16 has one saving grace. It used to be a big, powerful weapon that would easily one-shot everybody and their mama on that, but that was Modern Warfare 2. This game, it takes 2 shots almost every time. It does have the ability to one-shot, but it's actually very rare, and you need to get a headshot and intricated with it. M16 does not suffer from the silencer whatsoever. Even though Dan Carson says it does, the fact is the damage that it takes away, it's still a 2-shot regardless, so it never goes to a 3-shot. So the silencer does not hurt it one bit. What you want to do is you want to take advantage of the M16 being the lowest recoil assault rifle on the game, and it also has the slowest rate of fire on the game because it's 3-round burst. You can take advantage of this by constantly just spraying the people and spraying around corners and shooting when you don't need to shoot, because to shoot so slow, it will never even take your accuracy down because you're not really wasting that many bullets. The M16 struggles at close quarters combat. That's why I suggest pairing it with some kind of dual-wield pistol. Some people like the Pythons. I've been particularly fond of the CZ7, whatever, the last pistol, mainly because it comes out with dual-wield a lot faster than everything else. As you can see here on Search and Destroy, I just try to move left and right a little bit and keep center screen. People right here have trouble hitting that, and you can easily finish it off since you don't have to worry about managing recoil whatsoever. It's pretty much the ACR of Black Ops. I'm using the extended mag with Harden on here. I find Harden is the best perk for the M16, mainly because of his massive power. It pretty much outclasses every single shot rifle on the game, and it's massive clip size, so you can just feel through walls and feed through them.
And this last round is me playing around with fucking Valk rockets. Killstreak loadouts I like for search and destroy are just RC car, Valkyrie rockets, and Napalm. Napalm usually I don't get to use if I get the Valkyrie rockets. So you could probably switch that out for something else like counter UAV or whatever. Let's see. Boom. You just go out of here. I think this first one fucks up. Oop. I'm like, bitch. 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 Go right in here. Oh, get me a double. And that's pretty much the case. I hope you guys can pick up and learn some tips from M16 and realize it's not as bad as most people think it is. Peace.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I've been meaning to put this video out for a couple days now. This is something I ran into the other day while I was working with the sniper rifles, and if you notice to the bottom left of the kill feed that you'll see a guy kill himself with an RPG, then another, then another, then another. So I go and throw my standard pre-nade, and I get it right there. We're looking for people to kill, and they're obviously killing themselves over and over again. There's some kind of glitch, and it basically takes deaths away from you for not getting a kill whatsoever. And I'm going to show you toward the end of this gameplay what their KDs are. And I'm not the best person to explain this because I don't fully understand it, but I know this is cheating in some form or way. And I'm just putting this out there, just trying to expose cheaters. That, as you'll see their stats, because I'll bring their stats up here in a minute, well, a couple of them. They're all the top of the leaderboards on their respective game modes as well. They have like 900 to 1,000 score per minute, and they come in the game and they do nothing but this, and they do it like this all the time. Look here, look at this. He's got, what's his KD? Where's his KD at? 85.97 KD. Look at that trash. The last 7 games has done nothing but 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. It's ridiculous. And I don't know.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm going to talk about a movie I seen the trailer for yesterday. I was laying in bed and I seen the movie trailer for Apollo 18. My first thought was, it's like, wow, I gotta see that. That was my very, very first thought. But as I sit there laying in bed reflecting, dreaming of the day I can actually go see this movie because it's September 2nd, I'm starting to think about the trailer again. So I get up out of bed and I go to my computer and I watch the trailer again. And the second time watching this trailer wasn't as good as the first time because I noticed a couple things. And I know that, wow, Wings, it's a movie, it's made up. I'm perfectly aware of that. But I'm also aware that the DeLorean ain't going to go 88 miles an hour. That's a little kick in there. Fuck it. But let me go and point out why I understand this is a movie and it's made up. First off, there's some kind of germ on the planet, and the germ is capable of getting into a atmosphere-sealed suit. Okay. Not only is this germ capable of doing that, it rapidly reproduces itself to the point that it kills the astronaut almost instantly and throws him backwards about 40 feet. Obviously, gravity's there, well, lack of gravity, no atmosphere and things like that, but did he jump back? Did the shit give him a call so bad it knocked him back? I have no fucking clue. You guys should go watch the trailer. I know you guys want to right now. But let me go ahead and say this. With all that aside, how the fuck does a germ even exist in space? It's a perfect vacuum. I mean, at one end of the spectrum, when the sun's shining on it, it's like 500-600 degrees. On the other end of the spectrum, when the sun's not shining on it, it's like 500-600 below zero. Probably it's more than that. It's like 20,000 below zero when the sun's not shining on it. And it's like, and these are numbers just pulled out of my ass. There's not scientific numbers, but just to basically fluctuate the extremes. But with all that aside, let me give you a better plot than this movie has laid down. Or maybe the movie does lay down and I'm just not giving it enough credit. If it was my movie, what I would have to do, I would have the fucking Russians make the virus put there. To keep the United States from doing anything to outer space. They made the virus. They made it so they had the cure for the virus, or they had the autonomy on them, so that Russia could only do space travel. But the fact that space travel fell apart after the 70s, because all they really wanted to do was make rockets, to be perfectly honest. What's a better way to make long-range guided rockets to put nuclear warheads on than bullshit about going to the moon, because you need a powerful rocket to get your ass to the moon. That is a better storyline than that. Say the Soviets did it. Say FBO's Russia did it. And designed a super virus to keep the United States from going there, and that's the reason they left. And then you could like spin it off to a sequel called Apollo 18: The Aftermath, and have this fucking blown out and full blown nuclear war. The Cold War started up. They got the gears a churning, the diesel engines are pumping, and here come the fucking nukes. And that can spawn into a Fallout series. See this? This is a chain of events. These are dumbass ideas put in orders and sequences. I don't know. I'm probably going to see the movie regardless, because I love outer space and I love viruses. Like, I was going to see that bird flu movie, and I'm probably going to go see Are You Afraid of the Dark? Lots of good movies coming out that I actually want to see, and I'm probably going to end up seeing them. Oh, why you failed me there, pimp? There we go. Look at that. Oh, get on. Where you at? Out my house. Get too many people there to fucking mess with. Ooh. Got a little gas this morning. But yeah, Apollo 18. Check the trailer out. Tell me what you think in the comment section. I'm outie 5,000. Peace.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption. I want to follow up on my Apollo video. You know, a lot of people try to look smart in videos, and they go back and look stuff up after I said the fact. Obviously, I understand the concept of absolute zero, and people still have the comment sections where, you know, something along the lines of, you know, that's not a number. That's not a. Who cares, dude? The fact is, it's cold as shit. That's the fact I was conveying, and the fact is, the temperature fluctuates, and that's all I was saying. And the trailer I seen on the TV was not the trailer they have online. The one on the TV shows none of the spider looking thingies. If you don't believe me, go find. I'm pretty sure you can find one of the first TV trailers, which they just show the infection spreading, the guy getting pulled back. You see some of the astronauts taking off. You don't see none of the stuff you see on the online trailer. I never even looked at an online trailer, and that was my bad. But after that's all said and done, another one of the big arguments was, why do you always blame the Russians? Well, during the Apollo missions, the Russians were the bad guys. And, like, for example, like Black Ops, the Russians are the bad guys, because that's who we were at war with. I mean, during World War II, the Russians were good guys. That's a story that isn't compelling. But the reason the Russians are always bad is because half the products we make and sell cannot be sold in Russia. So instead of picking a country that we're friendly with, say the Chinese, you can't obviously go, well, China's bad. I know the Fallout series did it. But, you know, wow, China might be a bad example. You probably get away with China because how many people own a video game console in China as well? But you got to pick some place that you're not going to offend anybody. But you also want to keep it to the real. And that's the whole point in time and effect of that commentary. I mean, do I want to see the movie? Hell yeah, I want to see the movie, even with the fucking spiders. You know why? Because because the cinematography on it. It looks like an older movie. It looks like a movie that I enjoyed in my childhood. It kind of reminds me of the Blair Witch Project. A lot of people right now will be like, the Blair Witch was stupid. You know, I actually enjoyed both Blair Witch movies. I seriously did. I enjoyed the twist at the end of the second in the Book of Shadows. And you know why I enjoyed both the movies? Because I looked at them at entertainment value. And I actually seen Blair Witch 1 in the theaters. And that thing was the bomb in the theaters. Because you have the big ass surround sound. It's dark. They have all these other things. And it was scary. It was. It was like terrifyingly scary. Because the way that movie is a movie based on sound. And when it came out, there's a reason why it was the #1 movie for a long time. Because it was the perfect date movie. You see these kids get lost, you know, you can relate to them. You know, it's like deep within the human fear of either being drowned or lost. It's just that fear of hopelessness. And that movie conveyed it well. And I'm thinking the same thing is going to happen on the Apollo 18 movie.
just this hopelessness about it. I don't think any of them are going to survive, and I think the fact is it's going to build up to one of them might survive. But it's just the atmosphere just being there. I love that feeling. That's why I kind of enjoyed the movie Stranded. You can see Stranded on Netflix if you're in the United States or Canada right now. But Stranded is another perfect example of a fantastic movie that just wins over by atmosphere. And the movie got shamed because there was no big name actors in Stranded, but the atmosphere alone is just enough for me. And it gives a little twist toward the end, and it's like, wow, that's cool. It's like seeing hope for the hopelessness. But yeah, I'm gonna be seeing Apollo 18, and that's the last movie that I said that about was Super 8, and I seen Super 8 the day it came out. I mean, there's movies that come and go that I don't give two shits and a fuck for, like for example Conan the Barbarian. Don't care about Conan the Barbarian, but the fact is, will I watch it if you show it to me? Yes, but it's not a movie I want to run out and put money out to, because it's the same blab drab, you know. Here's some eye candy for you. Those kind of movies have run their course for me. Those movies were cool when I was like 14. Now that I'm a grown ass man, I like a movie with a little more thought into it, even though they might end up cheesy. So yeah, Apollo 18 is going to be a definite watch for me. Hey guys, it's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm bringing some Olympia gameplay. This is the gun voted most likely people wanted to see a TDM of. It's a mercenary TDM with the Olympia. The final score isn't the greatest, but it's the best I could get in short notice. I've been recently watching a lot of Beyond Scared Straight. And for those who don't know what that is, Beyond Scared Straight is a TV show. I think the Arts and Entertainment Channel put it out. It's basically like prisons have these programs that they take kids to try to scare them out of prison. It's been around since at least the 80s, as far as I know, probably even the 70s. And they basically take kids that are troubled or who just keep messing up over and over, repeat offenders, juvenile, defenders, and try to scare them straight, like scare them to be outstanding member of society. Most of the time it doesn't work. A lot of the time, it's just entertaining to watch. But since I've took the role of a stepfather, it makes me wonder, are the kids that I'm raising going to be like this? Are these a product of bad raising, or is this inbred in them? Because I'm currently the not really the stepfather yet. I'm more of like an acting stepfather. I'm not like I don't have the official title yet. But the fact is, like, it's hard to understand kids at times. Like, take for example, the kid's name is Gabriel, and he is 3 turning 4, and he has a bathroom problem. He is potty trained, but he would not do poop in the toilet. He'll do it sometimes. He'll do it when he feels like it, but he won't do it all the time. Like for example, we had to clean him, and then 5 minutes later, when we sit him back down to eat dinner, he's doing it again. He told us he didn't have to use the toilet when we got him off of there, and as soon as he gets back to the table with the rest of the kids, he's pooping again. It's like, seriously? And then this morning we wake up, he pooped his pants again. And so, and just before Shalene left to go, he did it again. And I don't believe in hitting a child. It's just like a dog. I figure if you hit a child, just like if you hit a dog, it will just go out of its way to do it behind your back instead of doing it in front of you, and you're not addressing the real problem. So I use timeouts, early bedtimes, taking TV away, taking privileges away, stuff they enjoy all the time, and I just try to enforce it like that. Well, I've took everything from this kid short of like giving him bread and water. And I've actually started giving him water, like his sister. She'll get like a fruit barrel or something, and he'll get a bottle of water. you know, try to give him a really, really bland dinner. I haven't got to the part where I'm giving him a bland dinner yet because I don't know about that step. That's something I'm unsure of. As being a new parent, am I allowed to give bland dinners as punishment, or do I need to just go ahead and give the healthy thing? But the kid just doesn't listen. I'll sit there and I'll talk to him. I'll sit after I put him in timeout. I'll sit there and talk to him about what he did, and he'll say yes sir, no sir, and then 5 minutes later do it again. It's not that it's frustrating. It's puzzling. I'm not getting frustrated with him. It's just like, what does he feel in the grass? Does he not understand? Am I not explaining it correctly? Am I over explaining it? I don't know. I just don't want him to be the only kid in kindergarten next year in pull-ups, because I know it'll be embarrassing. It'll embarrass him more than me, but you know, it looks like it's failed as me as a part of a parental figure. What do you guys think? Well, what's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm back, and I'm bringing you another commentary. And I'm going to go ahead and say I actually used some of the advice I got in my last video, which was the joy of fathering. And a lot of guys actually wrote that I should leave him in it and tell him that, and basically let him get uncomfortable with it faster than me. And I kind of took that advice, and I'm going to go ahead and share it with you how that actually played out. And what happened was, well, I could tell he ended up pooping 4 more times a day, and I let him sit in it. And I let him sit there all day, let him eat lunch, let him play with his friends, because he had 2 friends come over. And, well, actually, we were babysitting for my other buddy, because he had to go to school and his wife hadn't got home from work, so we kept him for a couple hours in between. So he played with his friends and the whole 9, and he made no mention of it. He's kind of sneaky about it, because it's kind of embarrassing to him, but at the same time, he kind of expects things, and we learned a lot of things about him today that he normally wouldn't come up to us. So after lunch, he had an early bedtime because pooping in his pants before, so he had to go to bed a little bit early. So I'm doing this commentary now. They usually get to stay up to 8:30, but when they do really bad, they have to go to bed at 7:30. So after that, we were putting his sister to bed, and it's like, come on, Gib, let's go ahead and go to bed. And he goes, you gonna change my clothes? And first thing I go is like, nope. And he's like, why not? And I'm like, don't need to. And then he starts crying and freaking out, and he's like, I want my bedtime clothes. And I'm like, you want your bedtime clothes because you stinkied, right? He's like, yeah. Oh man. And so I pick him up, I put him in bed, and I cut the light off and go to close the door. I'm like, good night, buddy. While he's still dressed, fully dressed. And he is freaking out. He is crying every which way he can cry. He does not want to go to bed at all. So I sit down and talk to him. I'm like, well, why are you crying? And he's like, I don't want to sleep and poop. And I thought that was so cute. But at the same time, it was like, yes, we're finally winning. We got him to admit that he does not like to sit and poop, which is that's a biggie. At least it was for me, that the child admitted that he did not want to do it. And to me, that's a breakthrough, just from my perspective. A couple reasons that it's a breakthrough in my eyes is he knows what he wants. He also lets me know that he doesn't like sitting around in it during the daytime. That the core of our problem isn't physical, it's actually mental, because I had a feeling that, like, how can any human being on the planet Earth want to sit around and poop all day? And believe me, when we got those Pampers off, well, it was pull-ups. He had a hefty load. I'm talking about it had smeared onto his leg, onto his balls, onto his little wee-wee, the whole 9. He was loaded down. And he learned a lot of things, and I got his mother to play along with me, and she's like, Mama usually cleans me. I'm like, Mama said she didn't want to clean no more. He's like, So his mother comes in, and she says, no, we got tired of doing that, so we're gonna just let you sit there in it since you want to keep doing it. And then he's all like, I'll use the toilet. Like, he actually told us that he knows that he wants to use the toilet, which makes me think, all in all, this was like an attention thing. And maybe that's just his way of paying attention. Maybe that's another whole ballpark of problem itself. Maybe that's just him getting used to the new house, whatever. But he's been doing this before the new house. But
some reason he feels like he needs extra attention, which we pay him a good bit of attention because she obviously sits home and teaches him. She has a daycaring degree. He's just he's got extra needs. But I ended up enforcing him to clean himself. So I sat there and I went through the steps with him. I showed him how to turn. I turned the water on because I didn't really show him how to do that, because the reason I turned the water on was because I don't want him messing with the water himself, because the element in my house, since I've been living by myself for so long, I turned the element up really hot so it wouldn't take long for the bathrooms in the house to get the hot water going, and when it does, it's pretty hot, because I like washing my dishes in hot water and I like taking hot baths and things like that. So I don't want him to get in there and accidentally turn the hot water all the way up and scald himself. But all in all, it was a win because he ended up cleaning himself. I had to do obviously some of the trim work and some of the cleanups, but he did the majority of it, and I rewarded him for being a big boy, because big boys clean themselves after they make accident. And I promised him that if he could poop one time in the toilet, he would get his big boy underwear back. And if he go the entire day tomorrow, he'd get his TV privileges back, which his sister does not have right now because they've been pretty rambunctious and irresponsible lately. So they both lost TV privileges for the week. But if he can poop in the toilet for me, I'll give his back to him, which obviously will give Madison some kind of goal or thing to try to equal the playing field. Since they're both the same age, it's kind of unfair to do one to the other and not give the other the same advantage or chance. But that's how this is playing out so far. I keep you on the update and the potty patrol. I know a lot of people don't give a fuck. What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm back and I'm bringing you a gameplay with the infield, and my guy's standing still for some reason. There he goes. Oh, there we go. I'm using the standard mercenary TDM setup with Ghost, Warlord, Sleight of Hand Suppressor with the dual mags. So you can use the red dot instead of the dual mags. You just pick up other people's weapons. It's up to your choice. Putting my motion sensor down because I know there's a lot of spawn points around this area, and boom, I get took out. Oh well, it happens. But I wanted to talk about something else besides the gameplay today. I wanted to talk about Danny Mcbride and Rob Wells. Am I the only person in the world that seems to think that Danny Mcbride is actually stealing Rob Wells' career? For those of you who don't know, Rob Wells plays he's a Nova Scotia actor. And he plays Ricky on the Trailer Park Boys. Well, the show's canceled now. They still do movies, kind of like the Star Trek thing. But Rob Wells pretty much created the character that Danny Mcbride portrays in like Eastbound and Down and everything like that. And he's blowing up, and Rob Wells is not. Rob Wells pretty much created the character that I think I just said that. But you get what I'm saying. He created the person that spouts off at the mouth, way over the top, kind of like my persona online, and it kind of sucks to see the person that portrays it better just failing. Like if you ever go watch the Trailer Park Boys, which you can see on Netflix, you'll see Ricky, his character Ricky, and he's always over the top. He's always trying to do that one step up, where Danny McBride's character on Eastbound and Bound was more of like a sports star that couldn't be beat. It doesn't make sense. I feel that Rob Wells should get a lot more exposure than he is, but he did recently get into a movie called Hobo with a Shotgun, which he died in the first 10 minutes of it. But it was always cool to see him in something else beside the Trailer Park Boys. There we go. Ooh. Get the hell out of Dodge right there. What I'm trying to do right here is what I normally try to do. Just work my way to the I'm 6-3. Damn, I must beast it up here in a minute.
Try to work my way to the Blackbird. That's pretty much my entire goal in Mercenary TDM, is to stay alive till I can get a Blackbird. Once the Blackbird goes up, all the ghost goes away, and then you can pretty much beastify. It's that simple. It's all about getting to that Blackbird, which you'll see me... I'm sorry, excuse me. See me put together a streak right here, which indeed, in fact, gets to this Blackbird. See, we're sitting at 1 kill now, so I get 7 more. Let's see how this plans out there. Let's go and watch how this pans out. Ooh, there's a nice knife. Don't really get too many knives. I mean, I play on tactical setup, which means my my knife is my circle or B button. There's another kill. That was a little late on my part. Pick up another one right there. Sweet. Spray and pray for days, dude. I've lost count. Was that 6 or something now? Ooh, there we go. Run out of ammo. I actually heard that guy. I know the motion sensor picked him up, but I actually soundboard him, pick my Blackbird. And after the Blackbird, it's pretty easy from there. Pre-fire right here, just because I knew he'd rush around that corner. There we go. Oh yeah. Trying to get the puppies, which I just did, which I was unaware, so I just went out and tried to find another kill. And that's pretty much the raw deal. Once you get that, you pretty much can put a dent. Like race down was 56 to 57. Game was close the entire game. You know, me coming in and playing like a bitch, or however you want to put it, pretty much won this game. Go to the chopper gunner, come out of it, in the game 31-4. Peace.
What's up, guys? It's your boy WingsofRedemption, and I'm back, and I'm bringing you a little War God ICP gameplay. I know everybody loves this stuff, so I went and got a big old extra helping of it. On radiation, if you have control of the map, that's what we're going to explain here. This is all randoms. Alright, see right there as I just dived out the way, so I did not... It's usually best if the guy gets the first sight on you, just to ignore him and move targets, and he'll quickly lose his train of thought and go somewhere else. Alright, there we go, cutting them off. Radiation has a main spawn. The main spawn is the factory. If you control A and B, which is what we're doing right here, that factory spawn in the upper left of C, where basically where that little tower is that people like to stand on, is where most of the spawns are going to happen. You'll see it time and time again, and I'm going to show you picture proof of what actually happens when it does it. I threw the stun there and he got killed, but the cap is always more important than the kill, at least in my opinion. So we got the cap, and that's all good. Like right here is perfectly played. His homeboy ignored him for some reason. Catch that guy, throw the stun instead of going back over there to risk getting shot. Come all the way down and then pick him up. That's what I was talking about earlier in full effect. You never want to go back in the same area, because most people aim down sight and they'll pre-fire you like a motherfucker. So you want to avoid that. Alright, boom, and I end up dying right there. That sucked. That wasn't a boom. But yeah. So we got A and B again, so I know they're going to be spawning to the left here, and a lot of them going to come through that area. I seen him on the mini-map, so I went and picked him up, taking my time, putting the shots out there, pick up 2 kills. There's a third guy. Where's number 4 at? Just waiting on him. You see me do this a lot right here in Demolition. If you're in Demolition, this right here is a good spot to do it, because they just pretty much spawn in the same areas. So I know they're coming through the factory. That's why I came back looking through here. I'm like, they're either going to jump over the middle or jump over that left fork. Go up here and get my 20 points, because I'm actually trying to get a higher score per minute laid down, because I know he's coming through the factory again. There's a guy underground, so I know they spawned on C on their last wave. Here we go. Heard him with the sound whore. Alright. I actually lucked out right there. I know it's obvious that I lucked out. And I picked up a sniper rifle because I was running out of ammo, and I didn't really want to move too far to get more rapid fire ammo. And I don't know how I missed that. End up going back to the rapid fire regardless and getting killed. Somehow, I don't even know where he came from. I honestly do not know where he came from. Did he fall out my ass? I don't know.
Was he over there the entire time I was owning all his boys? That's a possibility. I cut out the host migration there, and I came back, and now I had the Blackbird out. You kind of see firsthand what I was talking about when the Blackbird's going to be out. I'm sitting here because I know I got cover from him. I'm wondering if he's going to make a move. Generally, when I'm getting stunned in this situation, I like to just shoot area generalized shoot. And you didn't see me do it there because I didn't hear him push at all. There we go. Pick him up. I'm gonna come here. I know there's gonna be a guy standing right here because AB. There are always gonna be guys coming from that big doorway over here to the right. Right here. Boom. Another case and example. 2 more guys. Look. Boom. There he is again. They always spawn in that one area. Radiation is very easy because of that. They either spawn right there where I was shooting at, or they spawn in the factory. If you're the other way around, they spawn in the factory, or they spawn near the open tractor trailer in the back. Radiation's an easy map. It was an MLG map at one time, but they kind of considered it was too big. Here we go. So is that 75 kills in the Napalm? Alright. Let's talk kill streaks now, since you pretty much got the gist of how to play domination on this. And if you play it like this, you'll see it always work out for you. Kill streak loadout when you're playing by yourself. My opinion, the best kill streak loadout playing by yourself, and this is my opinion, let me go and restrain that, is counter UAV, Napalm, and Blackbird. The reason this is the counter UAV is pivotal when you're playing by yourself. Mainly because you want to disorient the other team. You want to be able to get around. You want to be able to take away their ability to radar whore you. And that's more important than having a radar yourself when you're doing that. Because if you disorient the team with a counter UAV, it's going to pay off. It's going to pay big dividends in the end. Alright, so when they're disoriented, they're not going to see where the napalm's coming in, even if you do get the napalm. And the napalm is pretty much like the long arm of the law. That's what I like to call it. It can cover flags and cut people off from flags when you're on the other side of the map, and that makes it an extremely good kill streak to use when you're playing by yourself. Blackbird can turn games around. Your game could be playing shitty, you can't get to a flag. If you can get to that Blackbird, that game will be 100% turned around. Obviously, if you're playing by yourself, you want to use a stronger weapon. I'm using the Rapid Fire 74U. I like to use the Grip Rapid Fire 74U. I like using the AK-47 when I'm playing by myself, mainly because of how its slow rate of fire makes it clip seem like it lasts forever, especially if you run extended mags and scavenger. I always like to start out with like a scavenger class, or in some cases a flak jacket class. It depends on what flag I'm going to be taking, or if I'm going to try to jump on the flag to begin with. If I plan on supporting the B flag, I'll run a scavenger class. If I plan on taking the B flag, I'll obviously run a flak jacket class. Flak jacket class, I like to end up keeping with either like a dual mag AK-47 or like a reflex sight Galil or dual mag Galil. One of the rifles that have heavy damage and lots of ammo with a slower rate of fire. Something with a higher rate of fire like the FAMAS AUG. I like to either run those with like a hard line, or I run them with a scavenger and a red dot when I'm playing by myself. I try to take advantage of the rapid fire on the submachine guns as much as possible, because submachine guns, one big saving grace is their ability to have stopping power on them, which is what a rapid fire essentially is, and that makes them really beastie. All of them, there's a couple bad ones, but all the good ones is the MP5K, the AK-74U, the Mag-10, the Spectre, and that's about it. Those are about the only good submachine guns on the game, but those 4 right there will pretty much hang with every assault rifle in the game close to medium range, especially if you put rapid fire on them. The Spectre's a little harder to use with rapid fire, and so is the Mac 11, but the lack of recoil on the Mac 11 is pretty much like the ACR, the submachine guns. Very low recoil weapon. Just throw extended mags or throw your grip on there and go to town. I always try to put my napalm going toward that right door, especially when I'm patrolling an AB setup. Mainly because there's always going to be somebody running out of that door, and there's always the invisible flames. And how many times you get caught with the invisible flames? It catches you a lot of times. But the game's winding down. We pretty much held it the entire area. After I get the AB combo, I try not to push up too far. I try to just predict their spawn, just keep them off, just hold them where it's at, and come up with the win. I think that's a 40 and a 10 or something like that. Man, look at that. There we go. There we go. It's been a long fucking day. But this mic right here might sound a lot different than what I usually use. I'm actually using my Astro headset right now, and it doesn't really pick up really well. It's a really low. Who knows? Because I got it kind of rigged up with my Triton's old stuff. So I kind of broke $200 worth of equipment tonight. And one of my pet peeves is I hate losing. I hate losing with a passion. I hate losing even more when I'm the only person that has something to lose. But shit happens. And it's something I've been trying to get over all my life. I mean, even when I was a child, I could not stand losing. And shoot, half the fights I've ever got in real life was based around losing. And that hatred of losing is what actually got me to just, I don't know. Losing is, it feels like I've failed in every form and manner, period, when I lose. Like, if I lose a game of Call of Duty, I feel like I shouldn't play Call of Duty anymore. It's just the way it is. I mean, it's like, I feel like I feel like I wasn't good enough, and I couldn't, I felt like I wasn't good enough to the point where it's like, maybe I shouldn't be playing. And, everybody's probably seen the video by now where I lost to the Syndicate project in a 1v1 on Bog, and I kind of lost my head toward the end of it. And one of the main reasons I lost my head was mainly because of I was afraid of the backlash it was going to cause, because my channel, being good at Call of Duty, is a cornerstone of my channel. And be it whatever it is, be it I beat him 9 out of the 10 times after that, and I didn't even try to get a rematch. It was what it was, and I ended up losing. And a lot of people really didn't like what I did after that, and I ended up breaking the controller, and then I cussed out Woody and all this and talked some trash. And that's just my way of dealing with a loss, because when Woody jumped on me and started laughing at me and all this, I was ready to fight. I was. When I lose, I get ready. I was ready to fight. Would you step into two people ready to beat each other up, and you get hit and you wonder what happened? And Woody understood why I was cussing at him, and that I thought it was pretty obvious. I was mad. I mean, I stayed mad for almost 2 hours afterwards. Shoot, it's like 3 in the morning right now, and I can't sleep because I'm still somewhat mad about it. And that's just the way it is. And video games is the only thing that does that to me. Like, and it's kind of puzzling to me, because like if I get like a rage quit loss, like say the host migrates or something, and it takes you back to the dashboard and gives you the loss, those don't bother me for some reason. It's like, oh well, what can you do? Because I have no control over it. It's when I actually do lose the game, be it somebody has a position on me or whatnot. That's the ones that affect me, and it makes me feel like I don't want to play. Like, it's like I have this stellar KD, but it's like, what fucking good is it? I mean, I can't win this one fucking game. I know I'm beating myself up. I have like I think somebody did the math correctly. I have like a 32 game not win streak, but like win-loss ratio. I average over 30 games won to my every one loss, and it's disheartening. It is, because losing sucks. I mean, that's the reason I don't play on my secondary accounts so much. I got accounts I don't even care about the KD on, and I still can't stand losing on those accounts. It makes me feel like I lose a part of myself. And I'm sure somebody out there can relate to me, and I'm sure some people are like, well, that's a sign of immaturity, which it is. But it's just something I can never get over. Everybody has flaws, and I feel like if my flaw is, getting mad because I lose a game of Call of Duty or at a video game, that flaw isn't so bad next to somebody that, wants to beat on women, or, wants to cheat on, or cheat people out of money, or wants to, be an Indian giver or things like. There's worse flaws out there than just getting upset. I mean, in the long run, my flaw just ends up costing me money. That's all it ever does. But some people value good sportsmanship and all this. It's just the way I am. I mean, what can you do? I'm not going to apologize for being myself, and it's something I got to work through. But, you know, the videos are out there. People are going to hate what they want to hate them on. But people love to see you fail. If you want to succeed in the Call of Duty community or anything in this venture right here, people will love to see you fail. People will not watch your videos till death do you part, but as soon as you fail, everybody knows it. All the people show up. All the rats come out the woodwork. It's just like when somebody dies. Like a Vincent Van Gogh dies, his paintings shoot through the roof. Michael Jackson dies. You know, Michael Jackson's career was dead long before he died. I know it sounds a little insensitive, but as soon as he died, everybody got nostalgic, and it was hip to have a Michael Jackson album, be listening to, you know, some Billie Jean or something like that. And you know what I'm saying is true. And that's just my feelings on that. I mean, I'm doing this commentary now at the end of the cusp of it, mainly because we got a hurricane rolling through probably tomorrow evening, and that might lose power. Who knows? So just go and get the message on out there. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to step down on Painkiller already or whatnot, because right now it feels like if I weren't a part of that, I wouldn't be in this situation now. But because, I mean, the pros and the cons of Painkiller already for me, it's kind of hard to outweigh. One, I enjoy doing it. Two, I love being a part of something like that. But at the same time, all it does is end up costing me money, time, lose sleep, have to not do certain things. You know, it's always sacrificing everything you do, and I understand that. That's mainly why I got 1,300 videos on my channel, and I run another channel with another 100 videos there, and I probably got 500 on Machinima. Then there's Persona Gaming, I probably got 50 or 60 on. I mean, my videos are out there, and that's just the way it's always going to be. I mean, even if I would quit right now, people would probably still be subbing to me years from now. I just don't know what to do. Hello? Yeah, there we go. I just don't know what to do.
3, 2, 1. Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and I'm doing a dual comm with Wings of Redemption today. So, Wings, how's your day been going?
I've had better.
Where, did you go away for a second?
Had better.
There? Yeah, had better, I can imagine. So let me do a quick recap on where we are. So, last night, towards the end of Painkiller already, actually during the post-show, Wings of Redemption and Syndicate, Tom from Europe, well-known zombies guy, great channel, they did a 1v1, and it was on BOG M16s, and Wings of Redemption lost. Now, if you're not, like, I think it might be hard for most people to understand, like, the significance, the impact of, like, how much a publicly live-streamed game might feel to us, right? You know, I remember it was a year ago. I had a bad game on Sandy Ravage's live stream, and like, I got incredibly mad at you, and maybe even dropped some bad words because you pointed out to the stream that I didn't do well, right? Like, I flipped over it. And I look back, and I'm kind of embarrassed by the way I behaved. You know, it was over the top. But that, I think, you know, is kind of parallel to what happened to you last night.
Shit happens.
Yeah, you lost the game, and shucks, I bet anyone who's played Call of Duty or any hardcore gamer has had rage moments at one point or another. Games are lots of fun, but they're also incredibly frustrating. And when you add to the fact that, you know, this is the game that puts food on the table, this is the game that is your livelihood, and in you know, just like I think anyone professionally, your sense of self-worth is somewhat wrapped up into how well you do your job, then the disappointment in not doing well is so much greater than it would be for someone who plays casually, someone who plays just for fun. And that's where you were last night. And at the very end of it, you kind of went, you know, out of your mind. Like, that's the way it went down. And, you know, you're an emotional guy. And those emotional guys, sometimes it's really great. You know, there's the softer side, there's the genuine side, there's the, you know, sensitive side, and then sometimes it's that angry side.
I'm gonna pet a puppy.
And sometimes that angry side
there's
comes
two ends
out.
of the spectrums.
Yeah, and you fly, you know, from one to the other sometimes.
Way off the handle.
Yeah, and that's what happened last night.
Yeah.
It flew way off the handle, and then
You know, some.
go ahead.
I said some people would go ahead and say what you think. 'Cause I totally forgot what I was about to say.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll keep going. So okay, fair enough. Last night he lost a game, and while the ideal way to end it would have been to say, "Hey, good game, Tom. You know, well played." That's not how it went down. And the fact that it was a loss to Tom made it even tougher, right? Like if you had hypothetically lost to, I don't know, I'll pick out Nade Shot, right? He's a pro gamer. Then it would have been like, all right, you know, good game, we're good to go. But Tom is a well-known Zombies player. He's actually a beast at multiplayer. He has a lot of multiplayer experience. He's a beast at Modern Warfare 2. He's a beast at COD 4. He's been doing this for a long time. But to the world, he's a Zombies guy. You know, we know better. We know how good he is. But to the world, they see him just as a guy who plays Zombies. They forget he's the guy that got like second place in Commentator Showdown in one of the games. So, you know, he's actually not a guy who's embarrassing to lose to at all. But people who don't know that might think that he is. And that made the loss even tougher to stomach. And then came today. And today was, you know, like the repercussions of that. And sometimes it seems like in this community, there are these vultures. These guys just waiting for somebody to make a slip. And they take so much joy in beating down guys who make any kind of mistake. And, you know, I've been the victim. And right now, I think you are. What?
You use the term waiting. I use the term NASCAR pit crew. I mean, like literally, like within 2 hours after it happened, there was like a full-on remix with like a beat made for it.
Nice. Yeah.
You kind of missed that one.
Oh, I didn't see that. But I believe it. You know. And shucks, I mentioned my own rage incident from a year and a half ago or whatever that was. You know, that's gotten popularity again today. You know, look at what he did. So yeah, there are guys out there who really take a lot of delight in kicking people when they're down, and it's kind of a shame. You know, they say, "Oh, mob mentality's bad," etc., etc., but they forget just how bad it is. You know, if you're one of these guys, you know, who's hopping on Wings' videos,
yeah, I kind of pointed out to him.
if you're hopping on there, if you're hating on Wings, if you're just doing it because everybody else is doing it, if you're just hurting a guy because he's vulnerable at the moment and he's easier to hurt, then, you know, look into yourself and see if that's who you really want to be. It's not who I want to be, and it's like, you know, if my daughter was here, she'd be able to quote me. I call it the weakest form of human behavior. You know, if somebody's vulnerable, it's your job to help that guy, not to hurt that guy. You know, if you see someone who's down, you don't kick them. You lend them your hand, and there's not enough of that in our community. So
I think you're harping on the easiest way to ridicule someone after the fact. I mean, it's easy to point out the flaws I made and the stuff I do after it's already happened. When you put yourself in that position, you probably would end up in the same boat. I'd guarantee if you put 10 guys in my position, 8 of them would react in a similar fashion. Maybe not to the extreme I did, but that's something I do with my own self. But you would get a reaction similar to that of high regret, high disregard, especially when it's to do with your livelihood. There's a couple things that you hate messing up with, and that's your livelihood. You've ever had a job where you tried to make a stand and you knew it could get you fired, and you get that weak butterfly feeling in your stomach? Mm-hmm. That's the feeling I get when I don't succeed. Like every time I lose, especially on Black Ops, I'm thinking, how many people are going to sit there and watch this in my file share? How many people are going to see? I'm constantly under stress in that form. And it's actually, to be perfectly honest, it's hurt me sexually. To the point where, you know, I'm so stressed out, I don't even want to have sex. I mean, just to lighten up the thing.
Yeah, I'll tell you what,
you ever been in that boat, Woody?
Sexually, I'm an undeniable beast. but I'll tell you what, I can totally understand. You know, when I play a game, it's like, you know, someone chat request, and I know what's happening. They're going through all my recent games. Every time I have a bad one, I worry, like, oh, what's it going to look like? And you know, it's a thing. I think we see the same thing with, you know, real celebrities, right? I don't consider us real celebrities, but if you look at, you know, the way that the public treats, you know, Lindsay Lohan, for example, they're just waiting for her to make that mistake, and they kick her when he's down. As soon as someone who gets a lot of attention makes any kind of slip, the world is just ready to kick him, and it's a shame. It's a shame because, you know, a better world, a better version of us would not kick a person. They'd have a little empathy. They'd think about how hard it is to be in their shoes, and you know, that's just how guys are built. So tough spot. But,
and I think the big core problem of why mainly this spiraled out of control was lack of communication. Like when it first started out, I was the one unwilling to communicate, and then it slowly singled out to the other side of the conversation. They're unwilling to communicate, and then you got other people coming in trying to vulture their way in, like you know, and then that got me in more trouble trying to bury the hatchet, trying to make it good on all standards and spectrums, and it's like,
yeah,
I wish this shit would just fucking end.
Sadly for you,
You
you're in
get
a
to the
public
point where, like,
position, but
where you want to put your head under the pillow.
That would have been a good move. I was just about to say, you're in a public position, but you're not really good at public relations, it seems, you know, based on this incident anyway. And, you know, it could have been buried more easily, but we are where we are, and, you know, hopefully tomorrow's a better day.
Yeah.
So,
I have a tough time doing stuff that I wouldn't normally do.
yeah.
If that makes sense.
But, you know, you and I are okay. We've talked everything out. I think a lot of guys are, you know, looking to hear that. And, you know, so you guys know, look, Wings and I, we worked it out. We're fine. I think we were always fine. I immediately knew, you know, where he had gone to, and I've been there too and understood it. So these things happen. You know, anything you wanted to say? Wrap it up?
Young whippersnappers.
All right, guys. Wings of Redemption.
That's it. That's all I got.
There'll be a link to his channel in the description. If you know, if you'd like to sub, see what he's doing. He's got lots of great videos. He puts out a ton of content. And have a nice day.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm back and I'm bringing you a points per minute domination game here on WORGODICP, and I'm using the AK-74U rapid fire. Believe it or not, I actually like using submachine guns on jungle much more than I do assault rifles. For the main reason, well, for your first impression of jungle is that it's a wide open area, but it's actually not. You see me score a lot of caps right here at the beginning of the game. I think I scored like 4 or 5 in a row. Oh, get out of there, Jordy. Oh. Let's see, I got 2 caps already. There we go. But actually, oh shit. Actually, it's rather not. Sorry about that, guys. My mic was like really fucked up, and so I got it fixed now. It actually rather not. This big area right here has a lot of rocks in the middle of it, so you can pretty much use them as cover. Everything has a blind turn or bend. The only big line of sight is actually from Pride Rock, and you actually, or if you're standing on this side. I find as a whole you can use a rapid fire submachine gun a lot more effectively than you can anything else, as you see right here. There we go, picking them up. 15 headshots, AK-74U. I'm using Napalm. I think I'm using my counter UAV, Napalm, and Blackbird setup. I put a pretty good streak out here. There we go. Let's get on, kid. Basically what you want to do when you're going for points per minute is you basically want to go for all 3 flags, and you want to do it successfully, because the reason is you got to constantly be getting points in some way, shape, or form. It's actually better to run the big kill streaks when you're going for points per minute than anything else, mainly because they give so many points per minute. If you get a dogs, it's 350 points compared to getting a UAV, which is 100 points. Yes, you get the UAV more often, but dogs will get you the 350 and then all the kills. Dogs average around 6 kills. In a domination setting, at 6 kills enough 650 points. You'd have to get like 6 UAVs to get what one call of dogs that gets you. You know, and the chopper gunner is the same way. So putting those together is actually the way to get the higher points per minute. Generally, I hold around a 400 point per minute, and I'm trying to work on it and critique my game to get it higher. But I don't really play domination ground war. That's where you pretty much after the 400 threshold, in my opinion, you'd have to actually go do like something like in a ground war setting to get it any higher than that. You might be able to get like 450 in regular. I don't know. I'm new to it, so that's just what my my novice observations are playing for points per minute. There we go. Boom. There's really not much to it. Just stay on the corners. Use a submachine gun as basically just stay in the submachine gun's power range. So you can see right here. About to use my napalm. I seen on the napalm that there was 2 guys here on the house. That's why I'm sitting looking here to clean these guys up. Get a double kill. So now I'm going to be working towards C, which is obvious. Generally, when I like to take C, actually, for some reason I'm going back for it. What am I going back for? I don't know. When I like to take C, I like to go straight up the gut. I seriously do. Come up here, head glitch this barrel right here, shoot people in the middle section here. I'm gonna look back. There he is again. That gives me another counter. That counter is pivotal. I mean, it's kind of been a toss-up lately for me. Do I want to use counter or SAM turret? SAM turret is good if the enemies are actually beating you. You know, like actually killing your teammates and using spy plane and whatnot. For the most part, I find that my SAM turrets seem to die rather quickly, and my team, they hardly ever use anything. They hardly ever use anything like UAV or whatnot. The enemies. But then there's other games where it seems like all there is counter UAVs and attack helicopters. It kind of makes me wish that you could like have different kits with different Killstreak setups. I'm surprised they haven't let us to do that yet. I know that'd be frustrating on like a Killstreak setup, a Killstreak kind of guy way. But you know, it lets you adapt easier. Maybe make the game more gun on gun. Here we go, picking them up, pimps. Got another position secured here. I don't think this is a game where I captured B all those times. It's still a pretty good game. Ooh, I finally get caught there. But I think the final score of this game is like 42-6. And and if you watch the game closely, you kind of get the gist on how to play jungle with a submachine gun. I use a submachine gun a lot more than I do assault rifle now. I'm just more comfortable with them. As you seen earlier, I got the 500 kills with the submachine guns, and that mainly is to do with rapid fire. Rapid fire is one of the most amazing attachments on the game, and if you disagree with me, you need to try it. I mean, because you might not realize how strong it actually is. And I use scavenger mainly for grenades, to be perfectly honest. A lot of people think scavenger's like a waste of a perk when you could use something like flak jacket and like dual clips or whatever. But I throw grenades so often, especially if I'm playing in a team. Like if you play in a team with a bunch of blackbirds, you could just throw random grenades towards the dots and you'll get so many kills with them. And it's always good to have that grenade to get that one guy like camping up in a window or something. But that's just my opinion on scavenger. Marathon is pretty much a standard in the bottom as well, especially when you're going for points per minute, which is obvious. You don't really care about being sound whore because people don't really sound whore in Call of Duty in general, and especially on Black Ops, since the sound whoring is very, very minimal at best. Hacker is something that you could probably do away with because the only really downside to this kit is I'm very vulnerable to explosives, but I don't really care what my deaths are, so that doesn't affect me either. So Marathon's pretty much the only thing. I would like to change Scavenger out for Lightweight from time to time and Flak Jacket depending on the map, like such as Nuketown. It's always a Flak Jacket map because just the playability of people just randomly throwing grenades. But that's the end of the game. It was like 42-6. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What the hell is up, pimps and pimps? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm bringing you another gameplay on the PS3. This is a Galil, And the guy who donated this gameplay is in the channel link at the bottom. If you'd like to see more gameplay by him. It's my people ask why I haven't been doing this. Well, been really big into single player games lately. Been having a lot of fun taking a break from Call of Duty, but people still request Call of Duty videos for me to talk over, so I've been picking people off of Twitter. So if you have good videos, and usually I usually like to talk anywhere from 4 to 6 minutes on a video, so TDMs are generally what I strive for. If you have good videos, you can check me out on Twitter at WORICP, and I play with subscribers a lot, and I'm probably going to do that tonight. Probably a little after. I'll probably be already done it by the time you guys see this video, though. So, but you can follow me on Twitter. I ask for Twitter groups. All you got to do generally is just send me a message saying Twitter when I ask for people. And most of the time it's going to be on the Xbox, just because of the join player feature. I know it sucks, but it's just a real big hassle to play on the PS3. I'm not dogging a PS3 or anything, but that's the reason behind it. Oh man, what's been happening on the home front? Playing a lot of Mass Effect 2. Been doing a lot of doing the Potty patrol, and I kind of went another way. I tried something that they said they had tried before, which is I tried to start giving him candy for sitting on the toilet, and he really enjoyed getting the candy, and he looked forward to actually sitting on the toilet instead of whining about it. And I actually got him to poop in the toilet last night, and so I tried to reward him right away and let him use his TV again at bedtime. And today he had to go visit his real father, and he basically pooped in the toilet there as well. And so I gave him a promise that he gets to go back in big boy underwear, which we did just a minute ago, and he was pretty pleased about that. And I told him if he does it again, I'm going to go get him a pack of superhero underwear for him to wear. But the superheroes don't like when they have accidents and don't like being pooped on. So if they poop on, they don't want to be his friends. I don't know if that's going to mess him up or anything in real life, but it seems like he's enthusiastic and he gets excited when he poops in the toilet now, and I'm hoping that excitement carries over, so it kind of let him forget that why he relapsed, because he had a blockage when he was about 2, I think 2, maybe almost 3, and since then he's had these problems going in the bathroom in his pants, and I think a lot of it's like, toilet bad, pamper, diaper good, or pants good. It's and if you look on the internet, this is a common problem with most kids. It's not that he's slow or anything, but yeah, it makes me feel good when I see results and like that. It makes me feel like I'm actually changing and thing. But to be quite honest, I'm a better father than his father is. But I said that kind of low because I want other people to hear, and that's just my opinion. Won't be going to COD XP. I'm fat, don't like flying, and I can't really afford it right now. I got a lot of commitments in life, especially via money wise. So can't be a big ball and flying across the country. All I can be is a sauce balls. And big ups to my man Chaos Math and Izednik. Yeah, I see you guys got you some contracts. Hopefully you guys get to use them well. Hopefully you guys bring a lot of joy to people. And as always, keep gaming.